Coming up on the show today, we spoke about the man on everybody's lips, G Mashego.
Oh, yes. Too short, Arabia.
We got into the royalty dispute of Hamba Juba.
Hey, that story is growing wings.
Yeah. Also, Zozo, you spoke about Faith Nketsi dating Kanyimbao's ex. We got into that. We also spoke about Tiwa Savage and Tyla, what happened on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
Liquid Deep is back together.
They're coming
into
back,
that
bro.
and a whole lot more. But before we start the show, I got to let you know that in November, Penduka, we're celebrating 1 year of the best-selling book of all time.
Oh, my nigga.
Uncancelable. Yes. So we're going to have an event.
Beautiful.
So the kind of event that we want to do, bro, it's like, remember in Bram when there were those artsy guys and they used to have like artsy things happening at the event where there'd be like underground bands performing and then you have artists painting and it's just like celebrating art and
it reminds me of like Arts on Main back in Maboneng back then. Yeah,
that vibe.
Arts on Main vibes. Yes. Oh, bro. Beautiful.
That's what we're going for. So make sure you join us on the 1st of November. There's going to be live bands. There's going to be interviews with other authors.
Ooh, beautiful.
So we're celebrating literature.
Yes.
There's going to be book signings, pop-up bookstores for those who like to read. So that's happening on the 1st of November at the beautiful Victoria Yards in Johannesburg. Tickets are now live on quicket.com. Early bird tickets are at $100 until the 15th of October. Check out the link in the description below if you want to come join us. It's limited, so I think about 300 people can come.
Perfect venue, that Victoria Yards.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, Temple Jeans is from there. They do their things there. And then you've got like these world-class South African sculptors that make beautiful art there. Yeah. It's like a whole lot of like, you know, it's a whole yard of just creativity and creative
100%,
work.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's what we're looking for. So make sure you keep it locked to find out which guests will be joining us and bands and stuff like that. And then also, dog, I think my ancestors don't want me to go to China, bro.
No.
I kid you not,
Don't
dog.
say that, dog.
So guess what happens, Zozo? So we're meant to go to China this week, right?
Mint.
My visa got accepted, right? Then I get a call on Friday from the China embassy. They're like, hey, unfortunately, we're going to have to revoke your visa and cancel your visa because you ran out of pages. There's no more pages on your passport. So I need a new passport.
Oh, no. Dog. Globetrotter.
Fuck, dog. Yes, I have to get a new passport. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be there at the China event.
Damn.
But you're still going, right?
Yeah. Well, the event is still happening. Because last time, a lot of people were super disappointed that you went there. And so the people who are there, I mean, it's not like there's 2 million South Africans who are chillers in China. It's a finite number. So I don't know if, you know, it's still going to happen. But yeah, I should still be going there. Do the one with extra pages now when you apply for a new one.
Yeah, I'm getting a new one.
Yeah. Because when I applied for my new one, it's the one with the extra pages. You know, there's like one with extra pages.
Oh, and then you just pay like extra amount.
Yeah, a bit of extra amount, but it's got extra pages, so it'll last you longer.
Yeah.
Because it definitely won't last you 10 years. As it's valid for 10 years, but it won't last you 10 years.
Yeah, so I do apologize to all the chillers that were looking forward to seeing me in China. Konnichiwa.
That's not just Japanese.
Oh, is that?
Agnachiwa. Shit.
What video did you see that made you laugh?
No, man, people just reminded me of the Prapas video, but I saw it like last year. Yeah. It's a very old video. Yeah, maybe earlier on this year, I don't know, but many months ago. It's just a funny video.
What's happening in the video?
So I think the guy's driving through the hood, you know, with a Prapas. So people are obviously celebrating seeing it, but there's this random nigga, and you can hear him shouting from afar, trying to catch up, you know, and the passion at which he shouts in Prapas is just something funny.
Play the shows, let's see it.
And you hear him shouting, approaching.
Did you hear they discontinuing G-Wagons, eh?
whoa, the actual basic G-Wagon or the G53 or 56, what is it now?
As a whole, I think they're not going to make them anymore.
What do you mean? I thought it's a very popular car and a very beautiful car.
So did I, bro.
That's
Everybody
like a
loves it,
status
though.
symbol.
Yeah.
When people are, when they've arrived, they want to get a G-Class to show people. Yeah. No matter how uncomfortable it is, because you've been in one and you said...
It's not comfortable. I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, some people do that. They buy stuff that maybe isn't even comfortable, but... So that the world knows, I want to spend 4 million on this.
Fact checker, you want to say something?
Apparently, these are rumors that are being circulated on social media. Mercedes-Benz has stated that they are not discontinuing the Brabus.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. People love that. They still buy it.
Please play them a video that I saw recently. It was Dineo doing a podcast. The way she said this is so funny.
Oh, Renox!
Yeah, it's an old podcast, but this I saw the other day.
A man must take his silence, guys. Men are too loud now. Men need to think. Men hold the vision.
What? I also want that.
Men are too loud.
Serasa. That's why I wanna. That's why they thought they were discontinuing the G-Class. Because G's moving silent, dog. Drop this.
That killed me to know. You gotta love her, man.
Oh, flip.
Anyway, we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Niggas in South Africa.
Sopendukas here. Triplets here. Back by popular demand. Zozo is here, standing in for Ghost Lady. We got Dudu in the building. Tato's here. Shots is here. Fed Checkers here. Simpiwe is here.
Drop this.
Poison. Where do we start, man? Yes, there's so much to talk about today. Everybody's been talking about G Mashego crashing out, dog.
Yo, this
kid, bro.
The kid, I'm worried about the kid, man.
You worried about him?
What's up with the kid, man?
Yeah.
Like, you think, when you've got such a big song, you're going to follow up and just keep on making the music, because I think that's what a lot of artists want and wish, that they get this one big song to launch the rest of their career, because now you've got people looking at you. You've got
song,
the ears.
bro.
Oh, Birimarung was insane, dog. But maybe I know that he's mentioned things that are frustrating him, but I'm thinking this is not like a fact, it's an opinion. Maybe he's frustrated by the fact that deep down, that the other songs are not catching. Because I went to his Spotify and the boy's been releasing music. But sadly, it hasn't been the follow-through that you hope after a big song like Birimarung. And also, that frustration may be mixed with the fact that, songs like Birimarung, right? Very, very bubblegum. They fall so fast.
Yeah.
Like, you play it now, like the original version, it doesn't hit at all, So some songs really do fall just like that. That's why it's important sometimes to make the timeless music, because you can still play some hits from last year even now, and it still shakes the place up.
For those who don't know, G Mashego is the guy who did Birimarung, but he's been saying a lot of stuff. So let me just go through some of it, right?
Yeah.
He says Scorpion Kings and Sony Music are profiting from the hit song Birimarung, but he hasn't seen a share. He claimed the duo made something like 64 million rands from events, performance revenue from Birimarung, while he's demanding 23 million as his portion. That's ridiculous. Ain't no way Birimarung made that much money.
That's impossible.
Bro.
And what does it mean from events and performing? Who? Because I could have got a booking fee and he's been gigging.
I can believe that Pori and Kabza have made that much from gigs and stuff like that, but just
that's
from
throughout their career.
Yeah,
that's throughout their career, not one song.
Not one song.
And how do you make how do you quantify the money generated, the revenue generated from gigging off of a song? How do you say Kabza made this much from Asibe Happy from gigs?
Yeah.
You can't from gigs. Yeah. Especially when you're a guy like Kabza, because you're getting booked for your catalog, not even so you can't quantify a particular amount and say this is from gigs and it's due to this song, unless you only have one song. But those numbers are not the real numbers, bro.
He traveled to Nigeria under the belief of a paid gig or work opportunity, but says the deal fell through. Once there, he claims that he was left without money, effectively stranded with no help to get back home. He appealed publicly via live video for help, donations, even giving banking details to afford a return flight. As part of the above disputes, he raised broader concerns about how emerging artists are treated, especially around contracts, royalty distribution, transparency. He suggested the industry infrastructure system is failing new talents who may produce big hits but not reap the financial rewards due to being exploited or unclear agreements. He made claims that Scott's Mapuma is not originally from South Africa and that a BMW mpho often associated with him is not his but owned by Jeepa Entertainment. He also allegedly said that Toss's luxury items, his designer wear, accessories are not generally his but belong to DJ Maporisa. He said Pori has sexual relations with Mahu, Cyan, and ex-Dappy's girlfriend. He also alleged that Pori sleeps with Young Stana and many other boys. He claims they wanted to sacrifice him in Nigeria. He said that Uncool MC doesn't have a car, uses Pori's cars. Some of the backlash from his claims involved responses from more established artists. I think Young Stana did a live asking him to respect elders and learn more about how the industry works. He implied that people around him, management industry, have misled him or failed to protect his interests, and then he got arrested, but that had nothing to do with what I just said above,
Yes.
right? Tebogo Mashego has not been arrested. Information received indicates that he displayed an abnormal behavior and allegedly acted violently, assaulting people without apparent cause. SAPS members were summoned to the scene and in the interest of public safety had to forcefully remove him from the community as he was visibly causing havoc.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on this? A lot to talk about, but yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
Yo, there's so much. One of the things I was thinking is, do you think his crash out is warranted and what are the intentions behind it? Because it's been spoken about so many times about how artists have been mistreated or not acknowledged for their work and all of that. And it gets to a point where if you're going to pursue a career in a specific thing, you need to equip yourself with as much information as possible. So for him to come and say, Bamuropile or what, like, I think I feel at least anyway, he was supposed to do enough research for himself to know what he needs to do to protect himself and like what's necessary for him to make sure that he's not robbed of anything. So I question the intention behind his crash out, one, and two, with all of the other things that he said about other people now, like it sounds like both two shots is trending now because of a lot of the things that it sounds like.
From Two Shots.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
so
Two
now,
Shots.
So now the poor Two Shots. You know what? Maybe we'll learn it. But Two Shots now was never a part of the conversation. But he's almost now the main part of the conversation because
Two Shots
said.
Rivialo.
And then Two Shots nabalelelena in confidence. Now all of a sudden everything is out in the world. So also for his personal brand, what does he think is going to happen after this? Do you understand?
That's my concern, man. I feel like he's going to have a tough time. I don't want to call it and say it's chai for his career because anything happens, it's in God's hands. But like, yo, bro, after that, because it's not only Young Stana went live, it's Tyla ICU went live.
What did Tyla say?
Same thing. Like, yo, bro, there's one way of raising your grievances. It's okay you've got grievances, but yo, bro, just have a bit of respect. And now you're throwing other people's names into the thing, and now people are coming out having to defend themselves, and you're swearing at someone that, quite frankly, changed his life, Tyla ICU, you know? Young Stana also came from that point that, yo, this man changed my life, and you're swearing at him. And Young Stana made one thing that's very important, and he told the truth. He said, you were with us, dog. You were with us in Pori Studio, Kabza Studio. You were part of the family. And Young Stana was like, when he got there, remember, he was still signed to Chaivane. And he got there, did your Adiweles, and continued to sleep in that studio, right? He didn't just get one song and figured, and I think this is the temptation. You get one song, and now you want to flex on everybody in the hood that, see, motherfuckers, I told you. This would work out. I made it now. And as you do that, you forget, especially these bubblegum songs. 7 months down the line, if you don't have another backup, you can't perform that thing, and no one's going to want to book you from that thing because there's a new song now. You know, there's Malacosta now. There's all sorts of songs now that sound pretty much, that are in the same pocket as that. And Young Stana said he just continued working and working and working with these guys. And he said, bro, you literally were inside. You had access to this studio, these producers, Pori, everyone, and you could have continued and went on. And Young Stana was like, he saw money from Adiwele, I think, or No Tomato, that album after 2 years.
Yeah.
You know,
So there's something that I was thinking about when I was seeing this whole thing unravel, and I might be deviating slightly, but please correct me, please. I stand to be corrected and educated, ne. But there was a tweet I saw, I don't remember from who, but one of these Twitter people that are always, yeah. And he says something along the lines of, you can't go against Pori on a public platform because what do you think is going to happen to you? I find that statement a little bit problematic, even though it may be possibly true. I don't know. I mean, Pori seems to be or is like one of the bigger guys in the industry when it comes to my piano and everything.
he is, yeah.
But there's a part of it that feels very like it's almost like they idolize him to a certain degree, which for me feels a little bit concerning because like from a business perspective, it's amazing. He's influential. He does all of these things. But now it's almost like you can't say anything because even if it's true, now you can't say anything against Pori
even
because
if you do it respectfully.
your career is ruined. Do you understand? And that I don't know. I feel a little uncomfortable with that kind of limitation because I feel like now even if something is true, nobody's gonna believe it because it's Pori, you know. So there's a level of idolization that makes me a little bit uneasy with the whole thing. Hore. Yeah, he's big and he's influential and he's everything, but like now we can't say anything because of Ramotaba. Which is a reality, I guess, in the South African landscape, and probably even on a like global stage. But yeah,
I don't know whether is it because of, and maybe we don't have proof of this. Is it because he intentionally blocks people, or which is more plausible? Is it because of after you go on a rant like he did, nobody wants to work with you because they don't want to fall out of favor with Pori? Not that he's going around saying, blackball this guy, blackball him to all radio stations. I doubt that's the case. But I think it's because everybody else wants to be, you know, that proximity
the
and
association
attachment.
to Pori.
Yeah.
Then
So
Pori's sitting nicely then because he literally clearly controls everything.
but without him saying, I control. Okay, well, he did go on live the other time and said, we are all his children. What the fuck? Let's play I'm a piano, you know?
Imagine.
Yeah, that was some arrogance,
You see,
you
so
know?
now it gets to the head where, yeah, now he can say anything he wants to because he knows, or I'm the man. I don't know. I don't know.
No one
like
mentioned
it.
of all that power to him.
No.
But he worked. That's what I'm saying. I don't know whether he plays that card or it's just given to him because of what he has done and
Even
how
if
many
it's
people.
given to him, he's not denying it because he enjoys the privileges it comes with.
Yes, because he's never come out and deny it.
Yeah.
I heard that, but I heard somebody say you can't have a hit in South Africa without him. That is total bullshit. There's so many hits at the moment that don't have Pori. You know, yes, he releases hits and he's got a gang of producers, fine. But surely, guys, people can work and put in the hours. And South Africans love music. Good music is good music, man.
What happened on Piano Pulse? I didn't watch this week's episode, but apparently they called Two Shot, ne? What did he say about this?
Tiwa Phillips. No, that's his name. Tiwa Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Two Shots is from Forstler, right? Or he's lived in Forstler before. You know, he used to commentate MacG.
Okay.
Like, you know, those gassy tournaments?
Yeah.
Now, one gonna make, what should I spike to? Yeah, he used to do that. Hence, I think maybe that's why he can even rap so fast.
Oh, so he's commentating when he's rapping.
No, man, he's good. He's got a flexible tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. You know Too Short, right?
Yeah.
Bastrata.
No, I've met him.
Yeah, cool
At a
dude.
couple of gigs. Yeah.
Cool boy, man.
Yeah.
Cool kid.
Yes, what did you say?
He said it's not that they went there with him and then left him stranded, the way he was explaining it. It was a thing of, let's say they sent him to go buy bread or something and he didn't want to go or something like that. No, man.
Why were they sending him to buy bread, though? Shame,
No,
man.
No, it's just... Yeah, so... And he didn't want to, right?
Yeah.
And he was also just saying obviously, why, like you asked, why would you send me to buy bread, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they went, they left him at the hotel. Then he says when they came back, he wasn't there already. But also throughout the day, he had been saying these things that he's saying on live, accusing them of, you know, They're trying to do something to him. They're trying to sacrifice him. They're trying to ruin his career.
I don't know about all that, man.
You know, so yeah, that's how it started. But he didn't go into too much detail because he's going to come on the show when he's back from Nigeria.
Oh,
it's coming next week.
Dope.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I just think, man, there's an underlying, I don't know, frustration or problems that he might have. Because even in the end, you saw because he was acting funny and behaving weirdly. So I think there's something that's bothering him and he needs to get help on that front. And then there's ways of addressing things. Like you were saying, if Maphorisa has done you wrong, speak out, man, you know? The problem is you take away from your grievances. When you're blaming them now of sodomy, you know, fucking men up the arse and then him fucking his boys, girls, and you know what I mean? Then what you've said now, nobody cares about the grievances. Now it's all about the theatrics. And you do yourself a disservice, you know, and you fuck up relationships and you don't get what you wanted initially.
And there's a part where I didn't watch the full crash out, but there's a part a clip I saw where he was crying. So I don't know, like clearly there is, like you're saying, some element of truth to the story in one way or another, I think, you know, so, because I mean, as a man, I don't know if men still cry public or men cry publicly. But I don't know, would he be comfortable with, unless if he's manipulating us emotionally and he wants us to feel for him?
Emotions are emotions, man. People, you can never expect. Didn't Pori almost cry as well? Remember on her live?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He held the tears.
He held it, but the tears were here. You know, so emotions will creep up on you at hey, funny times. And when it's live, you can't edit. You know, remember the time you cried on the podcast and we had to edit it out?
When? Me?
I know. We promised never to speak about it. But
Hey, fuck out of here. Hey, son.
I see fun.
Bro, I'm going live immediately. That's views, dog. If I'm crying, that's views,
I'm
dog.
kidding. It never happened. But to close this off, how do you feel about DJ Kari, bro? So the kid asked for help, right, to come back to South Africa. And I think Kari made it happen. And then he had cameras.
It's his brand. Isn't it his brand?
It's his brand.
It's his brand, dog. It's on brand. Kari must be there.
And tell the world that, yo, I'm helping this motherfucker. I bought him tickets to come back. Oh, man. Oh, people having Kari for that, though. That is an opportunist. But people are like, hey, he's genuinely helping, though, because you wouldn't have helped. Hey, let him bring the cameras, so.
Speaking about royalties, Hamba Juba.
Hey!
Singers speak up on unpaid royalties. Fingers are now pointed to Piano Pulse host Sfiso.
Hey.
The artist behind the hit song Hamba Juba claimed they have not received any royalties despite the song's massive success. Thread on Twitter accused Sfiso from Piano Pulse of owing them money.
Yo, I saw that, dog. Hey. La Hamba Juba azolenda endlini yethu. La mfika erufini lethu. Buwasena masimba mathiwa manje ejaridini lethu ukuthi ha lethiwa leli. And I saw that. And now what I saw underneath the comments, I think one of the pages, Yano Lyrics or so, put it on Instagram, one of the, you know, gossip pages. Yeah. And in the comments, Cece commented.
She was on the song, yeah.
Yes, she was on the song. So she almost commented like she supports the guy. Yeah. Right? And then now people are shitting on Lady Ama. They were shitting on Lady Ama, and Lady Ama then had to make a statement on some, yo, I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid. And on the other hand, the producer saying people who've been asking about the royalties are getting blocked. So what I'm trying to say is it sounds like there's more than just one person who's saying that they didn't get paid. Now, who's on the song?
It's Lady Alma, CC, the Murumba pitch guy.
Oh, Maywan.
Maywan.
You think he got the money? Or you didn't even know? It's an eye-opening debate to him. It's an eye-opening debate conversation with how this money is. It's an eye-opener, this one. And he's like, what? Shit, I didn't know. Oh,
and the producer, I forgot the producer name. You can
JLSA, unless there's another one.
Yeah, but when I saw this, I can believe this from my personal experience with Sfiso. With Nketsi.
Oh yes, Nketsi. He was involved.
So I'll give you context. Zozo. So this is what happened with I was releasing an EP, songs I put my name on.
EP man. EP man. Like my EP stands for that at the end of the day.
So I'm almost done with we had 5 songs and there was one more missing. Sfiso's like, all these songs are pop. Come to my studio, I'll give you a hit. I'm like, I clean, no problem. Went to the studio, played me a couple of beats, and then I heard the Nkantini beat. Nice. And I was like, fuck, this is the song I want. This is the one, right? And what's his name? Central wasn't even on it.
MJ Keys is the producer.
Keys is the producer. Bailey is the
Bailey,
singer.
the singer. Yeah.
Bailey,
I remember.
So then I'm like, I want this one, right? Cool. So I get the songs I put my name on, we put it on my EP, boom, 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 boom. Song becomes massive. And then one day we had a gig in Polokwane. I can't remember who I was with.
Mpumalanga.
Polokwane.
Was it Polokwane?
Okay. Yeah. I think we had a gig there. I was with Tuso, some other people there. So now, Sfiso's drunk, bro. He comes to
Was he there with you or he was there with another artist?
He was there with the Nkosazana daughter and someone else.
Okay, you found yourself at the same venue.
Yeah. So he comes up to me. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm like, hey, it's Sfiso. Long time I haven't seen him.
You're happy to see him?
Yeah. He's fucking drunk. He comes at me. He's like, yo, you owe me money. Yeah, the song. Because I put up the video on my channel. My YouTube channel.
Yes. So what is that? What are the implications of that?
So you were saying that because the song had reached 1 million views or something, there's money owed to him, right? So I was like, hey, dude, this is all new to me. No problem. Let's chop it up Monday. I'll speak to Electro Mode, send you the statement, see how much money I owe you, and then we chop it up. You know what I mean? And then whatever. And then, it became a big thing. I'm like, dude, now I don't have energy for this. You know?
Okay, what did he say? Why? How did it become a big thing?
No, he just continued to make it a big thing. Like, hey, you owe me money.
So people are watching this now.
This is in public, dog.
Oh, wow, it's a spectacle now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, dude, I don't have time for this. So I called him the very next day, right? Called Electro Mode, asked him how much the song had made, whatever. Yeah. And then in an email I sent to everyone. I sent it to Sir Trill, MJ Keys, Bailey, Sfiso. I'm like, guys, this is the money Nkantini has made. I'm sending it all to Sfiso. I want no part of the song anymore. Then I went on to remove it from YouTube, from my channel. So the
what
video's
about
not
Spotify?
There. And Spotify, I told Electro Mode to remove it from all the DSPs. So it's not there. Because I was like...
Unless it's re-uploaded under somebody else.
Unless somebody else re-uploaded.
To stop your story there, man, you're going to continue. Because for people to understand, so with a distributor, when you approach them and you say, I've got a product, please distribute the product. They will then distribute this product onto all the shops, Spotify, YouTube, etc. Right? And even if there are videos on YouTube, somebody else has uploaded your song, they will obviously send out the digital copyright bugs to go search websites. And you will notice if you put up a song or a mix, you're not going to make money from it if you're playing other people's songs. Because the distributor has flagged that as their copyright or your copyright, and they represent you as the artist. So all the money is collected online. Go to the person who uploaded or who's got an account with the distributor, who handed over the product to the distributor. Unless the distributor gives letters of instructions to the artist gives a letter of instruction to the distributor to say, these are the splits of the song, pay me my portion, pay everybody else their portion. But generally that doesn't happen. It's up to you to make these payments to these guys. Yeah. So now what you did, you took the entire money, paid it to Sfiso to distribute these payments clearly, because it's not only you or only him who was entitled to the monies, right? So that's what you did. So if the song is there on Spotify, it has now maybe been re-uploaded under maybe his label or MJ Keys. The money's no longer going to
you. No, because I didn't want any headaches. Because I could see, I'm like, this song is becoming a headache. I don't need that shit in my life. So that's why I removed it from my page, because it was sitting on 1 million views. But if I'd kept it on, when it gets to 2 million views, now it's another chat of, hey, you owe me money and whatever. So I sent the email. I think I still have the email.
And people, guys, 1 million views or 1 million streams is not 1 million rands.
Exactly. Maybe and that's what I started feeling
maybe
like.
Maybe it's like 50,000 or 60,000 rands.
You know what I mean?
Not a lot of money, man. Honestly, guys. It's not. When you see songs with...
Not a lot of money to who, so?
No, man, it is, but you know what I mean. It's not a money that will change your life. No. No, it's a lot of money, but it's It's not the millions people think it is.
JL was saying he's doing all of these things with his money that he made from the song. And it's, they maybe...
What things? What things?
You know this song that...
What things is he doing?
I don't know. He had a rant as well about how Sfiso is doing so many other things with the money that he made from...
What? Buying things?
Please.
Oh, people are saying house, cars. Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
But Sfiso's got a record label. Maybe he's got other songs that are big from the label.
I'm just saying, don't say 50,000 is not a lot of money.
No, look, come on. Don't dwell on that. You know what I mean. 50,000, guys, it's a lot of money. Then,
Okay.
You know? It's a lot of money. It's 5% of R1,000,000. It's a lot of money. But no, it is. Look. Kids must get. I'm not saying don't pay people because maybe there's 50,000 rands that's been made. Even if there's 20,000 rands that's been made, pay people fairly because sometimes people don't even have the basics.
It's enough for somebody to go on social media and crash out.
No, definitely, and it's enough money to buy new furniture in your mom's house, to buy a bed, a good bed. You know, the investment of a really good bed. It's enough money, to pay school fees for a year for some people. So it's money. I'm not saying people must not get paid. I'm just saying when you see songs making all these, generating these streams, don't expect the money to be the millions. But 50K is still, this is South Africa. It's good money. Yeah.
Got you.
What did he say on Piano Pulse? Has he responded, Sfiso?
They shoot it today.
Okay.
What I want to see happening, you guys did this with everybody else. Jivani and the artists, you did it. So please, can everybody have a right of reply, a right to tell their story? Because you guys, when there was a grievance similar to this, you brought in Jivani and then you brought in the artist, right? That was signed under Jivani who were willing to come and speak up. So even in this case, can you please have Sfiso, who's the record label exec in this, who's a Jivani in this situation, and then please also do give a right of reply to the kid as well. It would be great to have that conversation because with Jivani, we didn't have that conversation where it's Jivani, it's these guys. But because Sfiso is a host, hey, can we have that conversation as well? I think it's only right.
You also have a big song. How did you handle your situation? Because there were other people you worked with on the song.
Openness and fairness. Openness and fairness. So firstly, for example, for me, with Caterpillar, I let him upload it on his YouTube because I wanted him to grow his YouTube. It's like his first big song as well. You know what I mean? And also, to be frank, the kids started the song themselves. So to avoid this, because I knew what happened to you, and I've heard all the other stories as well, to avoid all of it, I was like, it's cool, bro. Let's use your distributor, and then everything goes to him. Then he distributes everything else to everybody else to avoid that. So you'll never hear of the kabang, hey, sold this, sold that, took so-and-so's money. I never wanted any part of handling that, especially because you're dealing with kids. Because firstly, for me, it's not even about that they are kids. It's the fact that it was the honest thing to do. You know what I mean? Because they have more creative input in the song than I do. And secondly, I want them to learn that this is how it actually works. So that next, this is how it works. You receive the money, you look at the split sheets of what we all agreed on, and you distribute the money. And for them to get the back end of things, because I've got my own account with my distributor, and I know the back end of things, and they don't. So I give them the control. So you'll never hear of monies that were chowed, not by me.
Why do you think it's so hard for people in the industry to pay people what they are owed? Like, what's so difficult about that?
I don't know, bro. Okay, but also there's things that kids sign, Okay. There's things that kids sign, and that's why it's so important to have your own studio, make these songs in your own studio, and have proof that you made these songs in your own studio. Even if maybe they're not recorded in your own studio, but the beat, if it's made in your own studio, then you've got proof of that. So I think part of the reason is because a lot of people, or some people, have resources and some don't. And those with resources have the studio. And then they'll use the music law. And music law dictates, like with any other business, that he who brings forth the means of production owns the product. And that's in all businesses, If I own the factory, unless you say, can I pay you to use your factory? And then anything you're producing while you've paid me, you own it. But if I'm the one still, paying for the lights and everything in the factory, the water, the raw resources that are needed to produce this thing, they now own the thing. So a lot of guys then go back to business law and music law to nail these kids who don't have these things. So I think it comes from I'm Futi, and I'm the owner of the master. Therefore, everybody else gets nothing.
But I also think we must put blame on the Grootmans. Because the Grootmans, well, I think music in general is a very
exploitative, yeah.
industry, right? Yeah. But, there's that whole thing of like, when you're starting in the industry and you're young and, you're trying to find your way, you have to pay school fees. School fees means getting ripped off.
Go buy bread sometimes in Nigeria. Even after you got a hit song, nigga, you're going to pay school fees in Nigeria. They'll say, here's a wheelbarrow. Here's 300 million nairas. He didn't have a problem with going to buy bread. He had a problem with pushing the currency. Because you gotta have a whole truck. You gotta have a whole truck of currency to buy bread. And bread is like 400 billion nairas, dog. And you see the kid is like, man, I can't even carry my fucking cup maroon. I can't even lift my cup maroon. So yeah. So yeah, it's a school fees culture also.
And then Zozo, on top of that, so the Grootmans know where the money is made, right? Now, if these kids are not looking at those avenues,
the music business,
yes, then I think the Grootmans take advantage of that, and that's when the "you owe me money" chat starts coming. Because if you're up and coming and you're not looking at, for example, publishing, there's money there. And I'm a Grootman and I know there's money there.
You don't even know.
You understand?
You don't even know what publishing is.
Exactly.
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's sort of an idea, but you have no idea.
So I think these guys take advantage, bro.
Yeah, and it goes back to what Zozo was saying about the kids equipping themselves. And I don't want to make excuses for them. I know it's very difficult. You're a creative. You got music running in your blood, in your head, every day, 24/7. All you want to do is make music. And that's the only thing sometimes that you can remain locked in for 5 hours, just sitting on the chair, working on that. You live, breathe music. It's very difficult to open a book, So Candy, you've got a music business course online for like 5,000 rands, and you just do it online. There's classes every Thursday, and then there's a test, and you walk out of there knowing the music business. It's difficult for kids to do that, and I'm not defending them, but it's just how some kids are just wired, and the information is out there on your phone, bro.
To Magava's point, do you guys not think that normalizing the whole school fees thing is also part of the problem?
It is.
Why are you making people
culture.
feel like it's okay to work for nothing in the beginning until you've earned your name or
you're a
earned
boss?
your spot? You are clearly on that stage because you deserve to be there. So why aren't you being acknowledged for that from the very beginning? Why are we normalizing school fees?
Let's not normalize it. It's a culture that's there, but we shouldn't normalize it.
But we paid school fees. These other kids must pay school fees as well.
We're moving. Move with the well, no, we're not moving. And then the other thing is also on the point of the Grootmans, which is another concept I don't genuinely understand, is that the Grootmans now know that we're in a digital era.
Yes.
People are going to come out and speak against you if they're not happy about how you're treating them.
Yeah, easily.
If you're a Grootman like Pori, who knows that, especially he's experienced now, he knows that people are going to speak, or even Sfiso. He knows that I'm pretty sure he knows so many stories about things like this that have happened in the past. So as a Grootman, you know that stuff like this are likely to happen. So why are you then not putting things in place to make sure that this doesn't happen to you for your brand, even so that you can also grow and keep getting more artists and sign or whatever?
Good question.
Do you understand?
So
then Grootman probably get problem because Lena ona hana immediate 1 million euro 1 million views at 50,000. Ona hana yona no hana long term. And no, you can't control these young kids, bruh.
No, you can't.
You can't. And then you want to work with them.
Social media, yeah.
So you want to rip them off and then but you still want to work. So where do you think
I can't wait for a Gen Z president, man. It's going to be wild, eh?
Hey, bro. It's going to be insane, man. But you see, and that's what and also got to look. You see, to me, like when I hear the stories of Pori, it's so confusing because I also look at all the other kids that came through him who are now multi-millionaires. Your Kabzas, your
Bro,
Tyla ICUs, your Dali Wongas. all
Let me
these kids
simplify
are
it
now
for you,
like
bro.
good.
Bro, let me simplify it for you. All
Because
right, cool.
that's good for them.
So if you're a kid and you're about to get in the music industry right now, it's very simple. When you have a song, your song will, let's just say you're at a house. Okay, and the song is now at this house. What's going to happen is that your song will go into different rooms, right? So there'll be a radio room, right?
Yes.
Where your song is making money from radio. That's one room.
Okay.
There's a publishing room where your song is making money from publishing. That's another room.
Yes.
There's a room where it's making money from streaming. There's a room where it's making money from sync deals. So there's all these rooms in this house where your song is making money. If you don't make it your duty to walk into those rooms and collect the money, someone in that room is collecting that money for you. Does my analogy make sense?
100%. And normally the publisher goes into these rooms. Normally.
Yes.
Yeah, and checks that your things are, but they will take the 20%, don't get it wrong.
Yes.
But they will at least will enter the rooms.
Yes.
If not, what you're trying to say is there's nobody in that room who's going to be like, oh, so-and-so didn't come to collect so-and-so's money.
Thank you.
I'm leaving the room and I'm going to leave it in this room.
Yes.
Someone will claim it.
Claim it.
I agree with you.
And mind you, sorry to disturb. And you know that's what some of the board members at Samro are accused of doing.
Yes, because you're not in the Samro room.
Money, money sitting at Samro and they're like, oh,
Mang didn't
such
come.
and such an artist hasn't been claiming monies, you know? Then they go and say, okay, they create a user, create a name. In fact, what's his name? That guy, he's not liked much. The Kiffness.
Yeah.
Please go under the Kiffness's Twitter account and then search Samro. There's a thread where he walked into Samro and demanded that he's not leaving until he got his money or some evidence of where his money's going. Turns out some director, they created a fake profile of a person with a similar or the same name as or somebody as who's a creator, you know, and claimed some works, and some of them belong to the Kiffness. So that's what happens when you don't have an interest or somebody who's looking out for you in these rooms that we call them now. Yeah, true. No one is gonna leave that money. No, go into his Twitter first. Do you know how to search? Do you know how to search someone's profile of their past tweets? That's how they nailed Gaten when they went to his profile and searched Kaffa, and they found him calling black people Kaffers. That's how they nailed him. You go to the Twitter account and then there's a search thing. I bet you I'll do it now. I'll do it. Hold on.
While they search, I agree with what both of you are saying. It's just, and I know I said in the beginning, equip yourself, but sometimes you really don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So while I agree with what you're saying, the responsibility just feels a little bit unfair, especially when you're young and you just want to make music. And also to have the people that are able to tell you what you need to look for, that's money. Who's going to pay for that team? Who's going to educate you on, like, you need to be able to be in room 1, 5, and 7.
But I just told you, Soul Candy, for example, has a course, 5,000 online for music business. And you can learn the stuff for free if you just search.
Yeah, and there's AI now, man. There's ChatGPT, man.
There's AI.
All of this, you can find it on ChatGPT,
guys.
bro.
Let's be honest. The information is that you can learn.
It's not like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, for example, you make maybe Pirimarong, you get your first gig, you spend that 5,000 Rand, or you'll do things, let's be honest, we all know, you'll do things that you need to at first, right? Buy whatever you need to buy, get some clothes, buy yourself a pair of sneakers, maybe you'll go in Shein and spend 5,000 Rands, which is a ton of clothes. And then with the other one, you can just learn, man. You don't even need to spend money.
I met a lady who works at Samro at the Lauryn Hill concert, right?
Oh, dope.
And she was telling me that they have initiatives where they have a day where they invite all creators, all musicians to come and learn about Samro.
Okay.
No one comes.
Okay, yeah, it's not
No
cool
one
enough.
comes.
Yeah.
You understand?
These workshops are empty. And that's where the money is. The money talk is there.
Yeah.
Boring, empty, those workshops.
Okay.
And then you're going to come and say, Vangropile.
Yeah.
How, fam?
Okay.
But you're not even registered. Like, you got one of the biggest songs, bro. You're not even registered for Samro. You don't even have a profile. Yo.
This is why I left the music business, bro.
And mind you,
One hit, I'm out.
Yeah. And mind you, if you register on Samro, you can still register after releasing a song.
Okay.
You will get maybe those monies at Samro generally after like 2 years.
Let's
She ain't
wrap it
ready,
up.
roughly.
Jeez, we've been talking 40 minutes about this, but I guess it's...
Yeah. So I found the tweet and they found it as well after me.
Yes.
So he was responding to a tweet by Business Explainer. It says COO suspended. A storm is brewing at the South African Music Rights Organization, SAMRO, as its chief operating officer, Mpho Mufukwe, is suspended after allegedly exposing over 90 million rands in suspicious spending and fraud. She's said to have uncovered 30 million spent on board perks, that's board member perks, alongside 60 million rands in questionable claims, triggering a forensic probe. But instead of receiving support, Mufukwe now faces accusation and pressure from within. So she's a whistleblower, COO, who became a whistleblower, and now she's obviously getting, like Babita Diokaran, who exposed the Tembisa fraud and got killed. Yeah, something similar is happening to her. Now the kiffness comes in. I'll never forget the day I walked into SAMRO, told them I'm not leaving until I'm paid for my song. Eventually spoke to someone who whipped open his laptop and saw some made-up dude called David Alexandra Scott, who was claiming the royalties for my song. Later that day, I found out there's a dude called David Alexandra who sits on where? The board of SAMRO. Dude obviously denied it, but the chances of that happening are super slim. But that's why they do that at SAMRO. They make fake profiles and claim the royalties of unclaimed songs. You see, the rooms where monies are left and nobody comes into these rooms to check whether the artist is getting paid. Under ghost profiles, and when they get caught, they say it's a technical error. What are the chances? David Alexandra was collecting this guy's royalty, and at that time there was a board member named David fucking Alexandra. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah up in here. It's fucked up, bro. Yeah, so that's what happens, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the music business. Welcome to South Africa. It's the wild, wild west.
Yeah, it's not just South Africa, everywhere, worldwide, man. Music business is mafia business, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's worldwide. Just talk world generally, man. It's cutthroat, in the fucking world.
All right. Before we get to you, Zozo, if you're a rugby fan, listen up. The Rugby Championship is delivering some massive clashes, and if you think you know who's going to come out on top, then Hollywood Bets has an offer for you. While the teams are battling it out on the field, you can stand a chance to win your share of 250,000 rands in prizes, cash, or betting vouchers. That's R250,000 rand prize pool up for grabs this rugby season. Is that a lot of money, Saul?
Oh, dude, that's a lot. You gotta say it again, bro. That's a lot. You gotta say it again. Remind them how much it is again, bro.
Your share of 250,000 rand.
Jeez, yep.
All you have to do is go back your team with a bet of 50 rand or more on any rugby championship match. So that strong feeling that you have about this weekend's game, that's your ticket to an entry. A simple 50 rand bet on the team you think will win gets you in the running for that massive prize pool. To get in on the action, check out the link that's pinned to our comment section right at the top, and then click to get started. When you sign up, be sure to use our promo code to let them know that I sent you. It is Chillers. As always, Chillers. You absolutely must be 18 or over to participate, and please bet responsibly. This is your chance to make this rugby season even more rewarding. Good luck with your bets and enjoy the games. What you got for us there, Zozo?
So there's speculation swirling around Zimbabwean fugitive and businessman Kuzai Mushonga, the former fiancé of actress and media personality Kayumbao. And according to sources, Mushonga has allegedly moved on and is now romantically linked to reality TV star and influencer Faith Nketsi. So I called a few friends and
But she came out and she said they're not dating.
Yeah. She denied it. She said that that's not what's happening. That's part of what I got when I called,
They always deny, hey? Why do they always deny, bro?
I don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
So Ariana, she's not with him, and she uses him to pay for half price Saudi flights because apparently he gets them for cheaper. Who she's actually dating, because she's been having luxurious trips to Dubai. I don't know if she's still there right now, but she has been having some luxurious trips. And who she's actually dating, Master KG, and he bought her an AP watch.
Damn!
Yeah. And then
Which one is the AP now?
Hey, you don't know.
Yeah, but she denied dating him, and she I think she posted that girls just want to travel. So no, she's not with him. And she that she's, like I said, she's enjoying a getaway called the Atlantis in Dubai, where Mshonga is also said to be based, and then the social media users have been quick to draw connections, with some questioning the timing of her frequent visits with the luxurious vacations. But like we said, she denied the whole thing and she's not with him. Yeah.
Hold on. How would you feel, bro, if your woman gets discounts on flights by another man and she's with you?
Oh, that's emasculating, bro.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, if the man is Master KG. It's not like Master KG, you know, is struggling.
Hey, that Jerusalem money is long, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
It's-
AP watch.
Yeah, bro. Whoa. Hey, which one is that wide now?
Check how much an AP watch is there, bro. It's not
It's
cheap, bro.
about 6 million rand.
Yeah.
Approximately.
6 million on the wrist.
And
Yeah.
also, because we might as well have a full, well-rounded conversation, while we're speaking about that, so there's been rumors about Thuli Pongola and Maphorisa being back together. And they're no longer together. He is actually dating Sibs Julie. And who Thuli is dating is Scott Cooper, who is tied with the gold mafia. And he's the one that bought
Oh,
Thuli
yeah. So I
a
saw that
Lambo
documentary. Did you watch that
Urus.
documentary?
Which one?
The gold mafia in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, linked to the cigarette smuggling as well.
Yeah. He was he one of the big boys there in that
Oh, for
documentary.
real?
Scott, yeah, I think I remember him.
Damn, bro, yeah.
So
Yeah.
these luxury
I don't see
trips
Pori
are-
dating Thuli Pongolo again, man. I don't know. After everything that they went through, the courts and everything else, I don't know, man. I wouldn't if I
Who's
was
Sibs?
Pori.
Who's the Sibs girl?
Yeah, who's Sibs? I wouldn't if I was Pori. But hey, the love wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants, right? The heart wants what it wants, man. I know what it's like to be in love.
Yeah,
So-
I think Factory can just tell us a bit more about who the Sibs Julie person is. But I think for me, more than anything right now, while she checks, is that I don't know, like the social responsibility of influencers when it comes to things like this.
Social what of who?
The social,
Two things that don't go together.
That's-
It's like
yeah,
a paradox.
social,
That one,
like,
you know.
when you, I don't. It is a choice to become like an influencer and to be like famous and all of that.
Is this Sibs?
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
She's pretty.
She's pretty.
She's beautiful.
She's low profile.
Wait,
though,
let's
right?
see that.
Well,
Wait,
she's not when there's a picture of her in an article.
Cancel the thing. It says Sibs. Sibs, who
Charlie.
is you?
Sibs
What?
Charlie.
US born.
US
Who is-
born model. Lee Kuzwayo's baby daddy. Who's that now?
Who's Ohio's baby? Hold on, Sibs Charlie. Who's born models Lee? Who?
From suing
Who is born
Nandi
model?
Madida to dating a well-known presenter and actress. Here are 5 facts about Lee Kuzwayo's baby
But that's
daddy.
not. But they're talking about Lee Kuzwayo now.
Ah.
Wait, there's Sibs Charlie, Lee Kuzwayo, or two different people? Those?
No, Lee Kuzwayo is the baby daddy.
No, man, that's a woman's name.
Oh, shit.
Help us,
Hey,
fact
I'm
check.
lost, man. There's a lot
There's
happening,
too many
bro.
Hey,
of them.
Michael Kuzwayo, Charlie. No. Yeah, that's so confusing. Okay, now why are we looking at this one now?
Yes, fact check.
From what I'm seeing here, Sibs Jali is a man, and then Lee Kuzwayo is the baby mama.
Oh, Sibs Charlie is the US born
Is the
baby
guy.
daddy.
Yes.
Oh.
But I can't find anything on Sibs Julie.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's a
you searched the wrong name.
Yeah.
Shots. Oh, hey, you're confusing us, bro.
Yeah. Nah,
you
shout
searched
out,
the
man.
wrong
Look,
name.
I'm not in. You really want to know see this girl that Pori's dating?
Yeah. I've never heard of her. Like, what does she do? Is she an influencer or what?
She's an influencer.
She's a baddie.
I can't say she's a baddie, but I do know that she's well known on social media.
What's her name?
Oh,
Lee
Sibs Julie.
Kuzwayo,
Oh.
yes. Yeah, the one with the tattoos on her
That's who my
arms,
person
yeah.
is currently dating.
I don't know if who she's with currently. She keeps her relationships on the DL, but I know that she had a baby not long. But yeah,
Who? The Sibs girl.
Lee Kuzwayo.
Oh,
But that's not. Well, why are we talking about Lee, guys? I thought we left Lee because we got onto her by mistake.
No,
Why are we continuing with her?
I'm answering Zozo's question.
Oh, you interested in Lee Kuzwayo?
No. I was asking who my person is dating.
Yeah.
This guy is not. The
And you guys can't
person.
find her, right?
No, we
Yeah,
can't.
see, well done to Pori, man. It's good to,
He learned his lesson the
it's
first
good to
time.
date a girl people can't find online. You know, not date a girl and everybody's following online. You know, like you find everybody there. Nah, man. I'm also there following. Nah, you know, like you don't want to find you date a girl like that. Date a girl nobody can find online. You get peace. You find peace like that. You know.
Yeah. So Faith is living it up in Dubai with luxurious trips, and that what I was saying is. Look, I don't know if it's her who's funding this or if she's dating somebody who is, but I've always wondered, like the social like I said, the social responsibility of influencers and famous people. Is it fair for us to expect them to behave a certain way because there are so many younger people and even older that look up to them and want the things that they have? And the way that they present them having these things or acquiring these things is not always as we've come
kosher.
to learn. Yeah, you know, so what level of social responsibility do they have or honesty to their followers? Is it fair for us to expect them to be like that, or like can they just do whatever they want and we're unfair for expecting them to behave a certain way?
Mac?
It's all lifestyle, man. It's all lifestyle, bro. Just pushing lifestyle.
Listen.
So it's fine what they're doing, even if like they're presenting it in a way that the way they say they're getting it is not the way that they're actually getting it.
But everybody knows, though.
Not everybody.
It's not like a hidden secret.
The problem is, but there's some kids who don't know, who think that sandwich shop, that online flowers shop, that little boutique store, that boutique or this label
brand
that she has that only her friends wear and stuff is making all that money. Some kids actually believe that. But we all know, you know, that these Instagram girls and a lot of them, you know, the way they move, they're not being honest, you know, as far as their source of income. But you see, in an ideal world, I would say it's unfair. They need to be honest how they make their money. How they spend it, though. Their social responsibility, they can do whatever. They want to post naked pictures because that's what they've been doing before they were even famous. Remember, it's them. People must just smarten up. I want to say they must be honest, but here's the thing, right? A lot of what we see in the real world is cleaning money operations. The McDonald's that pop up sometimes are just laundry operations for drug trade and all sorts of illicit monies. And I think that gold mafia thing is it's like an eye into what's happening in the real world. So even in the real world, there's so many people driving with Porsches, living all these lives, and it's stolen monies from Timbisa, for example. It's stolen monies from tenders gone wrong, drug money.
So
I don't know where the money's from, but our president was found with billions of rands, hundreds of millions of dollars on the couch. So there's so much that just is flagrant happening around us and nobody's honest about, oh, this is how I make my money. Literally. So it's so difficult to police and say, oh, but the slave queens must tell us how they make their money. When all these operations are cleaning money in full broad daylight.
Your tone is that of somebody that's saying it is what it is, so whatever. Which I guess realistically speaking, that is the truth. But the concern there then becomes we keep perpetuating bad behavior. So it's gonna be one of those like, where does it stop? And
I know.
And then it's gonna get to a point.
Are you trying to change the world, man?
Zozo. What I'm trying to say is what they're doing. And you're right, it is what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is, if I say, nah, be honest about how you guys make your money, there's so many people who need to be honest.
True.
So many people who have unexplained monies, man. In South Africa,
The solution is beyond us. It's fine.
In South Africa, so many people who've got unexplained money you can't explain, and they don't want to explain it. So it's like we are attacking the small one. There's little slay queens.
As a woman, when you look at these slay queens posting their bags and trips and whatever, do you get inspired, or what does that activate in you?
As myself, I don't get inspired because I'm the type of woman that I don't hate it. I've been brought up to be somebody to just work for what she has. So when I speak, there's two ways of looking at it. Where there's that version, and then there's a version where I really do not mind waking up and just having a man send me money and say, go live your best life. Do you understand? Am I gonna question where he got the money? Bruh, if there's R1 million, look at me right now. Am I gonna say, where did you get it from? No.
Where's the social responsibility in that?
Exactly. exactly. Because guys, I mean, waking up every day and going to work is not always that fun. Like people are already complaining about year-end fatigue. People have been complaining about year-end fatigue since April. Do you understand? So, and unfortunately or fortunately, as women, we have the advantage of having access to money sometimes a little easier because there's men.
So is it
and
not
we can use
demoralizing
that to our
when you
advantage.
see all this freak whatever song is on social media?
No,
You're like,
it
okay,
doesn't
why
make
do they
me
get
feel
it so
bad.
easy? You know?
No, man, because if I wanted to go that route, I could.
There's a price to pay as well.
Yeah, you see, so now the moral question, like, do my morals allow me to go that far? Hey, man, I think at some time we all reach a point in life where we are like morals to the side. We'll address morals when it's time. But right now, there's $1 million and there's a man who's giving it to me for free. I don't know what he did to get that $1 million, but it's there right now. And it also depends on the stage I am in my life. Also, that
And
also
the relation,
influences.
sometimes you could be getting money from a man who's actually your dude, like your man.
Yeah, and I
You
don't
it's
know
not
what
a-
it really does.
A situationship.
Yeah. So we're lying as women if we say, if someone comes to you now and says, you can ask all the women in this room. Someone comes to you and says, here's $1 million. J.
Everyone.
And
let's be
that's
honest.
something that don't even expect
would you suck
anything.
dick for $1 million?
No.
Hey, man.
No. Wait, guys. Everybody, wait, guys. Okay, fine. They're all saying I'm like, then who's dick then?
Oh, actually, there's a. Speaking of sucking dick, I'm trying to find. I don't know if I ever bookmarked this. There's a guy who's got a social media account. Oh no, I didn't bookmark it. You know what he does, right? He goes around. So I think he wears those spectacles with recording devices. So he goes around asking. It's generally men, right? Random strangers like, "Yo, bro, if your mom was held hostage, would you suck my dick to set her free?" Yeah. And he always ends up with niggas angry chasing him. Like, what, motherfucker? What did you ask me, motherfucker? Oh, you're gonna come across it one day on social media. It's the funniest thing ever.
As men, how do you answer that? Your mom
I wouldn't
is
answer
held-
it from a stranger.
Your mom is held hostage.
If she was.
Yeah,
My mom.
Yeah, and all you have to do is suck dick to
I would look
release
for all
her.
the ways to free her. And
There is none. The
my
only
mom, man.
option you
It's
have
my
is
mom.
to suck dick. So yes.
It's my mom.
Yes.
My mom.
Yes. Say it with your mouth. Yes. Yes, I would suck
My
dick.
mom. I would. Nah, it's my mom, bro. I would. No, it's my mom, bro. No ways, bro. Nah, it's my mom, bro. I would.
Okay.
What else you got for us, Zozo?
It's my mom. Come on.
So Tiwa is apologizing on behalf of Tyla. Tiwa Savage.
Oh, I thought you said Tiwa. Tiwa Savage.
Tiwa Savage is apologizing on behalf of Tyla, and everybody is up in arms. Tyla referred to herself as colored.
Oh.
And Tiwa on the Breakfast Club
remember that.
was asked what her opinion on that is. And she, long story short, basically was like, no, she understands why the Americans would be upset. And where she comes from, when there is no I guess she was implying some level of accountability, then you apologize on behalf of the younger ones. So in this case, she's the adult, the older one. And she was apologizing on behalf of Tyla, saying that no, that's not, she didn't mean it the way that it was presented.
Okay.
Again, I think she like a lot of people are saying she had absolutely no right to do that because
It's not her place.
It's not her place at all. But I also, when you look at the interview, you'll see that the question took her by complete surprise, and I don't think she was prepared for it. So there's also the possibility where she was maybe just speaking and without properly thinking of what she's actually saying, and then she just ended up saying what she ended up saying. But I think she had no right or any place to be apologizing on behalf of Tyla, especially because it's something that Tyla has been very confident and loud and proud about. So I don't understand why she thought it would be her responsibility to apologize on behalf of Tyla, because it almost also implies she's apologizing for like South Africans for even or at least colors.
For having colored as a racial grouping.
Yeah, you know, so ish, yeah.
That's
and
big.
then there's a clip that where I think Tanya explains it very well. And
That's why.
Tanya Samazwa explains it, and she just tries to make everybody understand.
Does Larry Vurry know about this? No, Larry Vurry.
Oh, Larry Vurry, yeah.
The guy we have,
Our
the
Khoisan spokesperson. Hey, I hope when you watches the news more than us, I hope you know.
So what are we playing? We're playing Thandiswa?
Mazwa's clip, yeah.
Explaining?
The Tyla situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This issue with Tyla saying that she's colored. I think that she probably didn't realize that it meant something different. She's only 19 years old, number one, or 18 or something. She's a kid.
Yeah.
And I think she didn't realize that it was different for you than it is for us. And for her, it was very important to claim that identity because in South Africa,
culture.
Yes, and in South Africa, this is it's important that she identifies as a colored person because there's a group of people that can get ignored, and colored people tend to fit into that space. It's different. It's a cultural identity more than it being a racial identity. I think it's just to understand that black is a political identity for us, and Tyla would be black politically, but she'd be culturally a colored person who grows up in a colored environment where the culture is completely different.
She sounds colored. She speaks, Why couldn't she say that then, Tiwa Savage?
She didn't know.
Thandiswa said that without apologizing for Tyla, because Tyla will be like, I'm unapologetically colored.
She's speaking to Americans.
Because she says she's colored.
She's speaking to Americans. Americans just need to get over it, man. Like, because why are they getting offended about something that it's a South African thing? Why are you getting offended that somebody identifies as colored?
That's America. You see, they win the baseball league there. It's called the World Championship Series. They fucking wrestling, the world wrestling. And the guys only wrestled niggas from Utah, Colorado, and fucking New Mexico. You know, and he's like the world wrestling champion of the world. That's fucking America.
And
They
it
think
wouldn't be
nothing
the
exists
first time.
outside of America.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time a conversation like this, the first, second, or third time a conversation like this happens. So it's a little annoying. The ignorance is a little irritating. Like, how are we still speaking about this today?
But you do know Americans are very ignorant.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't even know their deputy president. No, for real. Like, the true story, a lot of them don't even know who the deputy president is.
Yeah.
Like, legit. That's America. Very ignorant country. Super ignorant country. Man, fuck
Bro,
America.
that's why I always find it fascinating, right? I'm digressing, né? But I always find fascinating, and please help me out, fair checker. Hopefully I can articulate what I'm thinking. I always find it fascinating how you're a rapper, right? Who's born in a country with so much culture, so much heritage, so much all of that, right? But you idolize someone else from another country who doesn't have any of that. Like, they're like a lost soul. Like, but that's your idol. Like, I just don't get that.
But that's because you as a person, you haven't put heritage and everything else in as a high priority for you. That's not what matters the most in life. So how can you then look to an American and search if they've got, a long record of heritage and soul and all these things, when it's not a priority in your life?
No, I'm saying like here you are, right? You got so much substance as a human being, right?
You're not aware of it, though.
And then you want to emulate, like, talk like them, the accent, even baggy,
You're not aware of it.
baggy, wearing clothes like them. Fair checker, please. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
I think you expect kids to be conscious, but they're not conscious like that. They don't even realize that
also
these
the
guys are using their
influence.
slave masters' surnames. Carter. There's no black man who's a Carter in the world, bro. In the world, you know what I mean?
Conscious. They don't have conscious.
Yeah, they're not conscious like that, bro.
So you're basically saying Africans looking up and aspiring to the Americans. Okay?
That's what he's
That's
saying.
what you're saying.
Yet
yeah.
we are the ones
With the,
who are
with the,
rich.
how-
I
with the
don't know
rich
if I can
culture.
make it as broad as Africans. I was just like with hip hop. It fascinates me how like I hate to use this name. Like, it's the only rap I can
Okay.
think of right now.
Okay.
Like an Aries, right? He sounds like them, right? He raps like them, wears like them. But they are like lost, bro.
That's
Like,
what-
they don't have a culture. They don't have anything. Whereas you are so blessed. Like, you know where you come from. They don't even know where they come from. You know your ancestors and your grandparents and your lineage,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
right? But you look at this guy and he's an idol. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Maybe it's
Nah,
'cause
man,
there's an
it's
existing
easy.
template, maybe, don't you think? Like they know, I don't know. I'm also reaching, but maybe there's an existing template. Like they've seen, and I don't want to say we don't have successful South African rappers, but like they've seen successful American rappers and how America has always been presented to us generally as we've been growing up. So maybe that's the aspiration. Like the term American dream exists for a reason, you know? So the aspiration, I think, comes from there's almost like an existing template of how you want to or where you want to end up. So it's almost these are the steps to follow, or this is what to do, or how to sound, or how to look like. And when on a global stage, if you want to be received, maybe this is the route to follow.
They're the
And we
benchmark.
haven't established ourselves as the African rappers for our own direction, our own route to follow. So because we don't have that, then we just follow what's there. So then the challenge to our African rappers could be what do we do to establish ourselves separately from everybody
That's
else?
where I'm a piano comes in. That's why it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because it stands out and it's proudly
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
And I think it's unfair, man. You're almost 40, right? You think about these things. When you were 15,
yeah,
you were
yeah,
listening to Eminem
yeah,
more than
yeah.
Colbert Bugwebo, your uncle, right? Nigga doesn't even know how many albums his uncle has dropped.
No, you're right.
If I asked how many albums has Colbert dropped, Uncle Colbert dropped there, you wouldn't even know.
That's why I even talk like this, like swearing I learned from Eminem.
Exactly. So when you were 15, you weren't thinking that. But
No,
when you're
I
older
wasn't.
with kids, you tend to think about the world and, you know, what you leave behind and all
Because
these
what we
things.
consumed, like on radio, TV,
Yes, that's all-
MTV.
exactly. So that's
all
a
we saw.
benchmark. And I think
Okay,
it's also
okay, no, you got a
beautifully.
point. Damn, so I'm conscious now, bro. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, naturally, bro. You concern yourself about different things when you get older. You know, naturally, you don't even see it. You don't even see it. I mean, I was insulted the other day when the teller at the shop asked me if do I have a Checkers card, and I'm like, of course I've got a Checkers card. What do you mean? You know, I got 2 kids and a family. Of course I got these things that I worry about now. You don't give a fuck about them when
We
you're
don't
young.
want those men who have that. You can't take them seriously.
Yeah, I agree,
Why?
man. Why you got that, bro? That's a
But
woman's
extra
duty.
savings.
What do you mean,
We
dog?
want
Yeah, how?
extra savings as a
Buy
man.
groceries, dog. You don't buy groceries.
Nah, what?
Why?
Lie.
Okay, but truth is, you've lived with a woman for the past 10 years of your life, right?
Yeah.
So me, it's still like a new thing.
Okay.
It's like a proper new thing. Before I did live with a woman, but it was like, she's my girlfriend, you know? So, yeah.
Bro, come to my house. I'll teach you these things, bro.
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah, no,
I'll
there was
come
a
through,
chat.
man.
Sorry, you can't take men who have stuff like that
Yeah, you
seriously.
can't.
Men
Are you
who want
serious?
discounts.
Ah!
Men who want discounts don't have money.
Hold on. So I must buy these 4 roll-ons.
Yes,
I must buy these 4 roll-ons for $200,
Yeah, boo.
but I can get them for $100.
Yeah, boo. Yes,
Ha!
exactly.
Ha!
Exactly.
That is madness. That is dumb.
But
was having
I think you can group those type of women who think like that as the same type that go in Doda must. You know?
Yeah, that is silly, man. I was talking to I was having an argument with Spoo. With going to a gig. Now, the Pirimarun kid said, so it's a similar conversation. So the Pirimarun kid, I think, questioned Pori's branded clothes. Are they also real or are they fake? Because everybody's wearing fakes. And then so Spoo was going on, but I know you can't be wearing fakes. And I'm like, but if you're Pori and you've got some Louis Vuittons that are real, because we know now that these fakes, a lot of them come from the same factory. It's a smart thing to buy the fake when you've got the money for the real thing, right? And someone was like, no, it's still fake. But I'm like, what if they come from the same factory? Is it not a smart decision to save money and actually buy the fake stuff? It's dumb when you don't have the money for the real stuff and you buy the real stuff and everybody knows that, man, you can't afford this 100K jacket. Then it's dumb. But I think if you can, but you can buy the fake and get away with it, why not? You're saving yourself money.
But also, we have to ask, why are you wearing those clothes? Is it an image thing or is it comfortability? Like you like wearing nice clothes? So if you can
You
answer
like the
that, then
name.
you can determine.
It's image. No one buys Louis V's because they're comfortable.
Oh,
There's
bro,
so many
people do,
comfortable
bro.
sneakers. There's
People
so
do.
many comfortable. They get to a level of pricing where everything sometimes above like 4,000 rand for a sneaker, or everything up to like 4 grand for a sneaker. Generally, it's a comfortable sneaker.
I got a Casio watch. Why don't you?
a Casio.
Yes, you've got an Apple
I have
Watch.
no, it's not an Apple Watch. This is a Garmin watch. This is a Garmin watch. It's got a GPS location. 100, okay. This
But
is
you
a
see,
proper.
you-
This is a
you're
proper.
you're buying it because you
Yes.
want it, not for
Yes.
image,
No,
not for your look.
No,
Exactly.
not for my look.
So
'cause I
there are
want
people that buy Louis Vuittons because they like them.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I'm saying then there's smart people who buy the fake ones who look exactly like the real
Why
ones.
didn't you buy a
That's
fake
not
garment?
smart, man.
Why?
Because you're not buying it for
Yeah.
image. You're not buying it for us to see.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
yes,
buying
yes.
it for your comfortability.
Yes, yes.
So
And
why?
And you can afford it.
And you can afford it.
So what are we saying?
It's not smart to buy something that you can afford the real price of, but buy the fake. That's not smart. I
That's
don't
not
consider
smart,
that being
yes.
smart.
Hold on. Guys, recently the
Akisoso.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Soso asambele pete.
Siola le pete, asambe wezo, so. Asambe zolo. Siola le pete, asambe zozo. Okay. I'm a bit lost still.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, remember the Chinese with the trade war and stuff?
Yes.
They came out, a lot of them, and said, yo, these things, some of them are actually from the same factory.
Yes.
Same quality.
Yes.
And you know that these are the fakes now. If a Louis Vuitton sneaker is 20K, you are buying this one for 9K. Like this, a lot of my piano guys have been accused of, being involved in these things, right? So I was just saying that if I can buy the exact same thing for cheaper, sometimes I might consider it if I want to save money.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, and I was saying that's a smart buy. When you're saying it's not.
I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
All I'm
yes.
saying is, Honanong, there's what we consider fake and there's what we consider real or legit, right? That's the first conversation. And then there's where you can go to a shop to buy the fake one, and then there's a shop you can go to buy the real one. If I have the money to buy something that costs 50,000 rand, to add on to Magava's point of, if I'm buying it because this is my style and I like it and I'm comfortable
That's
and I can
cool.
afford it,
That's cool.
there's absolutely nothing wrong.
Yes.
If you are going there because you like Louis Vuitton, but you don't want to buy the 50,000 rand, or you'd rather buy the fake one because now we know they're all the same. Like, what's the point? So now, like, Odama for Ingi, just go to Pep like the rest of us, mate.
Thank you very much. And on that note, listen up, man. If you're a student, a graduate, or even a professional looking to take your career international, this one's for you. Welcome to Kariba World. Kariba World is all about connecting you with real, legitimate, and up-to-date international job opportunities. Every single month, they feature more than 20,000 open listings from around the world. And these are updated weekly, so you're not wasting time on expired roles. Kariba World is a proudly South African company headed by Kariba Muatanalo, who hails from Limpopo province. Kariba is an accomplished lead project engineer with extensive experience in the mining sector across South Africa and the African continent. He's currently working in Saudi Arabia as a lead project engineer. Since launching in Jan this year, Kariba World has already helped people land jobs with big players like Qatar Energy, Saudi Aramco, opportunities in the UAE, South Africa, and even Pakistan's gold mine industry. And it's not just about jobs. They also give you career mentorship and coaching, professional CV reviews, interview prep, and if you're a premium member, they'll even help you with job applications directly. So whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Kariba World has your back. Check them out on their website, karibaworld.co.za. Kariba World, connecting you to the world of opportunities. What caught your attention this week, Penduka?
Two things, man. Shout out to South African women. Did you see that women now top the list as homeowners in South Africa?
Oh, wow, for real?
Yeah, even first homeowners, first buyers, homeowners. It's more women than men. And it's true when you look around your neighbors and stuff. It's a lot of women who are like,
Is it not maybe they have better record or like... Is it not the
like better credit
Yeah,
scoring.
credit score, yes,
That
yes.
could be it as well. You know, that could be it as well. And also because there's a lot of women who are just going out there in the world on their own, as far as, you know, because people aren't getting married and doing the whole, they still do, but not a lot like before, the whole, you know, combined bond, joint bonds, etc. You know? And also I think, I don't know, man. Also, you'll find that a lot of them tend to end up as single parents, and now they have to go out. I know my mom, when she bought a house, 91, and she was a single parent, technically, you know, and we went out there, and that is still continuing.
first time you bought a house, Zozo? When was it?
It's still coming.
You don't have a house yet?
No.
But chances are you're going to buy it on your own,
That's
right?
definitely the plan.
Dude is
yeah.
probably working towards buying it on her own.
Yeah.
So Musisiwe is working. Are you going to probably buy it on your own? You see what I mean?
I've always said whenever I get married, I want to go into that marriage already having my own property.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Yeah, then
Asambe sola.
So, because you know the words, get out of my house. I'm gonna come. Get out of my house. After 5 years, and you thought it's our house. Get out of my house. You know they're coming, right?
Yeah,
you know those words are coming.
Gladly.
True.
Yeah,
So,
you
but
want
what do
to go
With the
fine.
men versus women chat, what do you think that says about women? Because I was having a conversation a few days ago about leadership specifically, and we were speaking about how like men as leaders versus women as leaders. And I think women are better leaders.
Nah, y'all are too emotional,
Women,
Women
man.
are
yeah.
better
No,
You
it's too emotional.
guys
No,
can
women
be
are
emotional.
better
I prefer a man.
Yeah, you prefer
I mean,
men.
When I come into a place and there's a woman as a leader, I can accept it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she probably worked very hard to get to that position.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you don't assess her based on her gender, but on how she leads. But generally, oaks are able to not, you know, put emotions into some decisions. Generally.
That's the problem. So
Generally.
I hate that because I hate and no, I'm not reaching. I don't like that we say women can't lead because of emotion. Because men are emotional too.
No, I didn't say they can't lead.
Okay, well, yeah,
Generally.
but okay, let's just talk about the emotion part of it
Yes.
because there are
Yeah,
people that
women can
believe
lead.
that. There are people that think women are lesser leaders because they are more emotional and the decisions, a lot of the decisions that they make are based on emotion. Instead, and that's true, but I feel like men do the same thing. But I think where women are different is that we know what our emotion is. So we know if we're going to make a decision based on that emotion. It's also like a fully thought out, unless if it involves a man and I'm mad at him and he's been a shit nigga for the past 5 years. I think that even if the decisions we make are emotional, I believe it's, I don't want to say thorough emotion doesn't make sense, but like it's a thought through emotion that results to the decision. So it's not like a spiteful one, unless like I said, if it involves a man. But like generally, there's also nothing wrong with emotional decision making because a lot of the time the emotional decision making, we're humans, we're going to have emotions. We're all led by emotions. It's how you use the emotion to dictate the rest of your life that matters.
But a lot of
You know
emotional...
where I can counterattack that. I think women don't know when is the time to be emotional and when is the time to be logical. Do you get what I'm saying? So, for example, it's not incorrect what you're saying. However, if you are leading, there's times where you have to put emotions aside, make a decision, and then once the decision has been made, you can reflect back and tap into that emotion that was happening. But if you're a leader at the time, you can't be emotional when everyone's looking to you for answers. Do you get me?
Okay.
And there are great women leaders out there. I mean, Winnie Mandela, Putima Hanyele in the corporate space. We could name so many, you know? And it's not to say women can't lead, but these are things that are there in majority. So there's
By the way,
there's exceptions, man.
Did you guys know there's a town full of women? Only women are allowed there. Did you hear about that town?
I think I heard of one somewhere in Kenya. I might be wrong.
Is it in the island of Lesbos? No, don't laugh, man.
Is this a place
Do you know the island of Lesbos? You don't know the island of Lesbos?
No.
Oh, this guy's the Greek islands.
For real?
Hey, where's the island of Lesbos? You don't know the island of Lesbos?
No,
oh, dude, there's an island of Lesbos. Yeah, it's in the Greek Mediterranean. Island of Lesbos. Doo-doo, you knew it. Right? You knew it. Not even one man there. No man is an island. Check it out, Island of Lesbos.
To answer to you, yes, there is. It's called the village of Moja. It's in northern Kenya, and majority of the population is women, or basically it's entirely fleeted with women.
Wow.
Yes.
I'd live there.
And then the reason being is because the females are fleeing from gender-based violences, rapes, and other genital mutilations.
Ooh,
yes,
oh, that's sad,
and
man.
forced marriages. So
Oh, shit.
it was created
Hard on
in
just talk.
1990 as a safe haven for females.
Oh, shame.
When
And
it's that
then-
time of the month, you must be crazy in that town, bro.
And then the island
Is there-
of Lesbos.
The Battle of Blood River. It's crazy. It's insane.
And then your island is the third largest island in Greece, and it's located in the northeastern side, near Turkey.
Island?
It's
What's the name?
Island of Lesbos. It's in Greece.
Island of Lesbos, dog. Yeah, for real, bro. Island of Lesbos,
Amazing.
But
man.
this one, it's
Allowed
not
in
just
any of
women,
these
it's
places.
women as well.
Why is it called
Yeah,
Island of
it's-
Lesbos?
It's a mixture. Let me
It's a
check.
mixture, ne?
Google why it's called the
That's
Island of Lesbos, or
that's a
how
cool name,
it
bro.
became the Island of Lesbos.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Look
Yeah,
at
it
that.
does, bro. Wow, man.
Jeez, Island of Lesbos.
Island of Lesbos.
So what
bro.
makes the time of the month tough because of the mood swings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, man. Yo. Ha.
It's weird.
Hey.
The island is named after a Greek hero called Lesbos, who was Lapithos' son. So that's why.
Oh, it's a person, Lesbos. Thought it was more fun than that. Thought it was more exciting than that, you know?
The other thing, yes, that could.
The other thing, yeah, bro, did you see the Stellenbosch-based pilot
Oh,
who crashed in
yes.
Brazil, in the Brazilian forest?
Yeah.
So there was a guy transporting, he's a pilot and he owned a plane, and he modified his plane to transport cocaine, and he crashed in Brazil with 920 million rands worth of coke.
Yeah.
He's based in Stellenbosch. They know him in Alberton as well. So I'm assuming he'd fly by Rand Airport maybe. They know him just as a scruffy dude, chilled dude, relaxed dude. Little did they know the guy was making 8 million rands per flight.
Damn.
Transporting coke. 920 mil of coke. He used to fly low so that he was undetected by the raiders and the detection, you know, those guys, air traffic control and stuff. And you just fly low, well, obviously high till it gets to a territory, you know, like over maybe the what do they call it? Air zone, flying zone of a particular country, because there's obvious detection, security reasons, and it fly low, undetected, land in some makeshift airstrip in the middle of a forest. Drop off
Do you
the
think
stuff
he
for the cartels.
Do you think it was high before he passed away?
It was high.
Because remember,
It was
because
flying low. So it wasn't high enough.
No, I'm saying, I get when the plane crashes, I'm guessing the cocaine goes.
Oh no, they found it tightly packed in packages that were labeled SpaceX.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know whether is it the cartel playing smart games or who knows, man, why this guy wants his satellite
So he was leaving
internet
from where
in
to
South
where?
Africa.
He was leaving from where to where?
Oh, where was he leaving from?
From here to, or from Brazil to come
He
here?
crashed in Brazil. Now I don't know whether he just departed Brazil or he was landing in Brazil coming from somewhere else.
Okay.
Chances are he may have been flying out of Brazil. 'Cause
Out of Brazil, yeah.
you know
he just got the
Brazil and the
shipment, yeah.
forests they in these other countries in South America, you know, which have that what is it, the Amazon and the forests, and that's where they make the coke and the labs and stuff. So I don't know whether it's flying in or out. I don't know.
At what point do they check what you have in your plane? Because if you have a private jet, bro, you just go to the airport, get on the jet, and then you land wherever you're going.
Fireblade. You know Fireblade?
Huh?
It's the Oppenheimer-owned private terminal, private jets in Oratambo. You know they've got their own terminal.
For real?
Yeah,
The
but it's not
Oppenheimers.
just for the family. They found it so to make things easier for them. But all these rich billionaires go in and out there on that private terminal.
Damn.
I've never even seen it, man.
Yeah.
Where is the Fireblade at Oratambo? You guys have heard of Fireblade, right? Yeah. So begs the question, what happens, man, in those things, you know, in these private terminals?
Yeah, it's not like
private
there's
jets?
cops along the route.
I don't know. Maybe one would think they should be like a belt where we put our things through, they get checked. But I don't know, man. They could get away with a lot there. Plus, you guys are billionaires, so hey, I don't know, man. But we have our own Fireblade at Oratambo, yeah, for private jets.
And apparently, there's a new international airport that I don't know if it's going to be open in the Cape Winelands as well.
The Rob Hussov one.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of things, illegal things, just happen in broad daylight in front of us, in front of the world's eyes. Just daily. It just we don't know sometimes.
Yeah,
Crazy, bro.
Before we go, man, DSTV has new ownership. Does anyone care about that? You guys care?
Oh, the Canal Plus. That's our
Canal
French
Plus,
company.
DK is also,
It's been coming.
You don't care? You don't care?
Nah, I don't
Luca?
care. It's been coming. We anticipated it.
Oh,
Well
okay.
done. Hope it's cheaper and affordable. A lot of people can afford DSTV.
Jimmy Kimmel, anybody care about that?
Nah. Was he really taken off? Was it staged? I don't know, but I saw that. Well done. Free speech wins.
What do you mean, was it staged?
I don't know. What's the history? So his show got pulled.
So his show got pulled apparently because he mentioned Charlie Kirk assassination, and then the government pulled his show. Well, put pressure on his company, ABC or Disney or whatever.
Oh,
it
the
is.
network.
The network, yeah, to pull the show. They pulled the show. It was cancelled for like 48 hours.
You see what I mean? I feel like they knew they were going to put it back on. That's what I'm trying to say.
But they put it back on because of public outrage. Like the stock was going down. People were cancelling their membership and subscriptions and
may have
stuff.
been real there.
A lot of celebrities were speaking against it, saying that this is the death of freedom of speech.
Yeah,
And
bro.
then when you actually watch the show where apparently he made a derogatory comment about Charlie Kirk, you couldn't find anything, you know? And then he came back, and then this was his monologue when he came back.
Okay.
About what I need to say and do tonight. And the truth is, I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human. And that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
I don't. That's how you cry, Pori.
I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it. I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love.
Oh, he's crying throughout it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's legit, bro.
Do you think it's sincere also when you watch it?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No?
I'm not sure.
It's okay not to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
Also, in a major win for free speech, Google has admitted to censoring YouTube creators during the COVID-19 pandemic under pressure from the Biden administration. The company says it silenced creators, and those creators will now be allowed to return.
Yeah, and nothing happens to YouTube, obviously.
No.
I mean,
But imagine as a creator, your
possibly
channel got shut down for 2-3
That's what I
years. You lost
mean.
business.
Lost income. Your family's under.
Yeah.
You're in the red. You fucked.
Yeah.
The world is upside down. What about, did some commit suicide? You
Mm.
know what I mean? When they've built something for years and years and years, and then a politician weighs down on a company and puts pressure on them to deplatform you. That's so unfair, bro. Without any consequences whatsoever. It's so unfair.
But I remember during COVID, we stayed far away from it, eh? Because you could pick it up. Like, if
Yeah.
you mentioned or spoke about it, like your video wasn't pushed out to as many people.
When you were telling the truth or what you think about the whole COVID thing and
Yes.
vaccines.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a very funny time, that, bro.
Sure. Anything else?
I don't know. What do you guys think about Liquid Deep coming back?
Liquid Deep.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, shout out. Well done to them if you're a fan. I just wonder what it looks like. Are they coming back to release new music? And if they do, good luck. I'm curious to hear what it sounds like. And if they're coming back to just perform, they'll also do well because there's a lot of nostalgia. I mean,
But their fans are old now, bro. Their fans have kids now.
Mikasa, yeah, but Mikasa's still performing. TKZ still takes gigs. There's always a nostalgia, and their fans have more money now. You know what I mean? They're on Apples now, not on BBM. They're working now. They're women leading the charts of buying houses now, you know? So I think that if they're coming to perform, they'll still get some gigs. They'll be on the major festivals because it's nostalgia, bro. They will give you a hard 30-minute set. Think about it. So it makes sense, man.
One must go Liquid Deep, Mikasa.
Liquid Deep, because they've been gone. You know, like Liquid Deep, they've been gone, bro. And because it's been holding it down. And no, for me, Liquid Deep, based on the catalog size.
Okay.
Based on the catalog size.
So you'd agree with Caesar saying that their clock is run
Nah, I disagree. I saw that. I disagree. You never know, bro.
Caesar, which Caesar?
Gomo.
Gomo, what did he say?
That their time has run out. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, he was pretty much saying in the industry, we all know in the industry you get a certain time.
Window, yeah.
A certain window, you know what I mean, to make it and rake it in. And sometimes that window closes. For some people, that window is 20 years, 30 years. And you'll never know how long yours is. For some people, it's 1 year. For some people, it's 5 months. You know what I mean? For G Mashego, it's 8 months. You never know. Honestly, you never know. And for some people, you think it is closed, you know, and then it comes back. You know what I mean? The likes of us. You know, so you never know. So that's what he was alluding to. But also, I think he was thinking of it as Liquid Deep still making their old music, maybe, you know? What if they make new music and it's different? It makes sense with the current times. What if they create their own lane within 3-step or whatever genre they choose to? So I don't know about that, man.
Yeah,
I disagree with him on that one.
No, all the best to those guys. Thank you so much, Zozo. It's like a Jojo. Zozo for joining us, man.
Yeah, shout out. You're amazing.
Were you nervous today as well?
Yes, actually. I think I was a lot more nervous today than the first one, if I'm being honest.
Why?
Well, okay. I think because one, you read what people say, you read what people think. Let me explain. You read what people say, you hear what people think. I don't really care about being called names. You speak to people after, and you hear different opinions, you know, and my uncle's opinion also matters to me. So, like, So,
What was his feedback?
He said
it was too short.
He said I spoke too much. A ghost must be a ghost. And I was not.
You add a different layer to it.
And a lot of people agreed. If we're being fair,
That's why you asked me if I should speak less today's episode. Nah, man.
You spoke. You did speak more. But also you had substance and you're speaking more, you know?
Exactly. It's not like you're just speaking for the sake of speaking.
Yeah, like with the Pori thing, and you're like, with the, what is it, which one? Was it Faith, Queen Twerk? Faith Nketsi thing.
Yeah.
You were like, oh yeah, then I did my research. I was like, whoa, you know? So your speaking more adds value to what you say. So you're like, yeah, but I did my research and my...
Who doesn't do their research? What are you talking about?
Eh? Dude, her research, she said, come on, bro, don't do this. She said, I made calls. I was like, whoa, you made calls? You have people who know these people? And you made calls? So I was like, I made calls. That's research. I called around. I'm like, whoa. So you see, then obviously your speaking time becomes more, but you're adding lots of value into the conversation. So I disagree with that you speak too much, because it makes sense.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, I think the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more comfortable you become. So it was good. I had fun. It was good. Thank you.
Well, so did we, man. We appreciate you guys as well. We out here, man. Podcast and chill. Peace. Boom! If you've made it this far, we really appreciate you guys. Make sure you support by subscribing, liking, sharing, and don't forget to comment. Cash up! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the most controversial billionaire in the country, Mr. Rob Hessel. Welcome back, sir.
Maybe the world, man.
Maybe the world.
Yeah, part of the world.
Last time I saw you, I was at your house. Beautiful house, by the way.
Thank you,
It's got an amazing house. You can see
course.
it's a Table Mountain.
As you'd expect.
Nah.
Of course, yeah.
But I was lit, right? So I get there, met the kids.
He was a bit.
We put the kids to sleep or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they came down for photographs with MacG. They're all excited to meet you.
Yeah.
In their pajamas and everything. And yeah.
So we take a picture, whatever. I just arrived, dog. Within 10 minutes, like, yeah, Mac, you gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta do this. I'm like, this nigga's about to have a freak off. He's about to have a freak off. He's
Fly
chasing
off
me away.
Fly off to some island, yeah? Some unnamed island.
We hung out.
Yeah. We're having a freak off, though.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
I was super excited to meet you. I wanted you to meet Katie. I wanted you to meet the kids.
Yeah.
It was lekker.
But what's a Rob Hessel freak off look like? Like, what's happening there?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it because I'm inside projecting it.
Yeah.
I think I've managed to chill. I'm a chiller now.
Nah.
And I've managed to hold it together.
Yeah.
But I usually lose the plot when I'm on a podcast
Nah.
because someone will call me comrade. I'll go, you know what that means to me? And then I get all insane. You want to trigger me, call me comrade.
I don't think he knows what a freak off is.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Explain to him what a freak off is there.
It's a freak off. It's like an
not a
orgy,
freak
man.
out.
It's an orgy.
It's not an orgy.
It is. A
Did you
freak
see
off
the
is an
I know what a
orgy.
freak out
It's like-
is.
No, well, it's a freak off. You can freak out in a freak off. But a freak off is an orgy. It's a
Weren't
sex
you following
party.
the P. Diddy case, like with the baby oil and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a freak off, what he was doing.
Ah.
Even Epstein and them used to
So you
have
thought
them.
we were going to have a freak off there.
I thought you were going to one. Because
Oh,
you wanted
wow.
me out of the house so quick.
No, I didn't want you out of the house.
Okay.
No, you just arrived an hour late. That's why.
Yeah. But anyway, listen, last time we had you on the show, a lot of people, a lot of chillers wanted some business advice from you, right? So I want to find out from you, what industry do you think is going to boom next? What should people be on the lookout for? Because everybody's hustling
question.
with Cyril's economy, you know?
Yeah.
And there's AI now.
Yeah,
You know?
Great
makes things
question.
easier.
So don't think about which businesses AI is going to disrupt and change. It's every single business, okay? People think plumbers are the safest jobs from AI. They think being a salesperson is the safest job from AI. But think about it a different way. AI is going to supercharge those businesses. And you can learn about AI by tonight. What AI do you use?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay. I use Manus, Manus. It's like a little finger clicking. It's free. And we should put a tag and you get free credits.
Yeah.
But Manus is unbelievable. I mean, every question I have, put into Manus. And here's the best story I've ever heard that no one's heard. I don't know her name, but she's like a 16-year-old schoolgirl in Cape Town. And she said to her dad, she's a surfer. And she said to her dad, I'm very small, and my biggest problem is carrying the surfboard down to the beach because your arms have got to be long.
Yeah.
And her dad said, well, why don't you put that into AI and ask if there's a solution? She put it into AI. AI came up with a design of a thing to put over your shoulder to carry it for you.
Whoa.
She then asked AI, what fabric should I use? What clasp? What brand shall I use? Where shall I put the brand? Designed the whole thing. Took it to one of the big surf brands. They've signed up exclusive rights internationally for the product.
Whoa!
And it's just her on her own. She's 16, 17-year-old. She's got an exclusive right designed for a product she hasn't even made.
Wow.
And that's a business. That's a potentially $100 million business from just sitting down, seeing a problem, putting it into AI,
Whoa.
coming up with a solution. So for all the podcasts and chillers on this show, think of a problem in your life or in other people's lives. Think of a challenge. Think of something that's difficult or complicated or takes up too much of your time and ask AI what the solution is.
Wow.
And then say to AI, how do you turn that into a business? Within 20 minutes, you have a business plan, go-to-market plan, financial projections, who the partners are that you need to talk to. Do you need to hire anyone? Who you need to hire? What type? Bang, they did it all for you. Trust me, there will be teenage billionaires in the next few years that don't even have employees. That's the future. And there's zero reason you have to be an American in Silicon Valley to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you
So
can
the
be at
future's bright,
Randburg
eh?
and do it.
The future's bright, eh?
The future's unbelievable, you know?
So what industry do you think is booming? Like what's next? What should people look out for?
I mean, everything's gonna change.
Got you.
But to boom in South Africa, I think, you know, okay, there's a company called Poly Markets, okay? I like the gambling and gaming area. I know a lot of people don't approve, but there's a company in America called Poly Markets, which we'd noticed, really interesting. If you go on and have a look at it, and you can basically, it's a predictor. What are the chances of the GNU surviving till next Thursday? Okay. And it's got odds. So it's not just sports betting and things like that, it's predictions. And you can actually put in anything. You can say, will Ukraine and Russia have a peace deal by, you know, September the 2nd, midnight?
Yeah.
And people can, the odds, and you can bet against it. Anything. It's prediction and betting. And that's coming. Because I didn't really bet. I don't bet. I don't like gambling. But I definitely, you know, when you're sitting in a thing and you say, GNU is going to collapse, and Sol says, no way, it'll hold together. Take a bet. You know, you can do it on this
put your money
platform.
where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is. I might use that. Actually. I like that. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yes.
So that's going to boom. I think the transport sector is going to, you know, there's driverless cars coming, and there's robo cars, and there's a company called Archer Aviation. They've designed a 5-seater drone airplane taxi. Can take off vertically, and it can go 180 kilometers distance. So here to Pretoria, George to Plett, Cape Town to Hermanus, whatever the links are. And the operating costs almost zero. So the aircraft costs $5-6 million. Okay, that's real money. But then to run it, you know, it costs, plug it in, power up the electricity, costs you nothing. One pilot, 4 passengers, small thing, bang, 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 bang. From here to Pretoria.
The taxi guys are going to shoot that down.
They'll shoot it down.
They should get into that business.
Oh, please. They've missed out with e-hailing. I don't think they're fast enough or agile enough to adapt.
Yeah.
Well, and regulation as well could be a bit of a speed hump.
What about education?
Okay.
Education. So if you look at, you know, aeroplanes 100 years ago, you had 2 wings, you know, barely even flew. Okay. Today, supersonic. Okay. If you look at anything 100 years ago, horse and carriage, now you have driverless cars. The only thing that hasn't changed is education.
Okay.
If you take a photograph of then, a photograph of now, they're like 30 kids in a room and a teacher, 30 kids in a room and a teacher. It's ridiculous. It's still the same. But education's going to go through the roof. And I read an article yesterday where it said that AI homeschooling, the kids are 2 years ahead of the kids in classrooms. AI homeschooling. So you can learn 50% more, 5 times better in a shorter period of time.
But doesn't it take away from like the human interaction?
The social social
100%.
learnings, you know, getting bullied,
yeah.
getting words, insults hurled at you, you hurl back. It teaches you, it gives you this grit that you need in life, unlike being locked up in a room with AI.
So there's a business opportunity. I've just thought about it. Why don't you provide, or why don't your viewers provide, the socialization side of AI homeschooling? So if you do AI homeschooling, press set up an AI homeschooling thing, taking the South African education curriculum and accelerating it, and kids do it at home or in smaller groups. So, you know, 1 mum, 5 kids, and they work, you know, together. And then you guys set up a socialization business. So if they do the work twice as hard, let's say you can do your whole day's education syllabus in 2 hours. Because that's what I read. In 2 hours, you can do the whole day.
That's
Because
insane.
a lot of the stuff at school is wasted time.
Yeah.
But you're right, the socialization side, the kids then go to the socialization center. And then that's where you get sworn at, bullied, and deal with all that sort of cuck.
So,
What about it? I mean, there's a business idea.
Yeah, it is.
AI socialization skills.
So I'm in my hood, I'm in my kasi. I look around, I see the problem, I found the problem, do the AI thing, comes up with a solution. Now I have to lead this thing. What are some of the characteristics of a good leader according to you as a business?
Ask AI.
Okay.
You just say to AI, what are the characteristics of the CEO or leader of this business I've come up with if it isn't me? So you're the spirit, the vision.
But personally, from your experience, being into business for so long,
it does depend on the business, but much like politics, a leader should be decisive. Even if you're going in the wrong direction, it's better to have momentum, recorrect. The best leaders are decisive. They look at the information and then they don't sit back and hope someone else is going to make a decision or set up a commission or a national dialogue or inquiry like useless leaders do. Cyril, you knew I was heading in that direction. They make a decision. They say, this is the direction we're going. And everyone gets behind that. And a great leader, a great manager is better than a great concept. So I'd rather have a bad concept and a great chief executive, great leader, because they'll find the way. Many businesses that I've founded or invested in at the beginning, if you look at the business plan then and what the business turned out to be 3, 4, 5 years later, it's completely different. So Katie, my wife, who I always mention on every podcast, and you've met her.
100%.
Super cool. She came up with an idea 14 years ago. She wanted to set up a business that explained illness and health to children in a way they could understand. So like Marvel meets medicine. So superheroes, comic book heroes. What's up with Sally? Medikids explains scoliosis. What's up with Ben? Medikids explains type 1 diabetes. And I think they did 130 conditions in 50 languages. And that's how the business started. We sold it 2 years ago for a lot of money.
Wow.
I'm happy to say.
Yeah.
And it at that point, it was in clinical trials, medical information. Wow. And it was called Medikids. And we sold it. It was called Jumo Health. So it went in this direction, pivoted, and ended up over there. And that's what you got to do. You got to get going.
And at what time do you think, I like that you mentioned that you sold the company, at what time do you think you need to sell the company? Because every company...
Such a good question.
Yeah.
Such a good question. So in the old days, last year... Pre-AI. You know, you'd start a business and then you'd work for 10... It takes 10 years to build a good business in the old days. And you'd spend 10 years building your business and then you'd sell once it had reached peak profitability and then... That game is still relevant, but now, if with AI, you could build a business that is. Do you know the word disintermediating? A business that disintermediates means it rips the heart out of an existing business.
Yes.
So a new business disintermediates an existing business.
Kind of like podcasting.
Like podcasting. Exactly right.
Yeah.
And the danger today is that you launch a business that disintermediates someone. Within 6 to 12 months, the new kid with AI is going to disintermediate you. These days, if you build a business, I think you build, sell, or not necessarily sell to exit, but sell to a strategic partner that you're destroying. They buy you to save themselves, and then they take you to another level. So I think in a way, the idea of spending 10 years to build the next Google or X or Salesforce.com is way harder. It's better to build smaller, get to $100, $200 million, sell, instead of trying to wait for 2 to 10 billion.
By the way, do you guys have you billionaires? Do you guys have the WhatsApp
secret
group?
WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
You had secret handshakes?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, I thought they did, bro.
That's what's a secret. It's not going to come on the Africa's biggest podcast.
Yeah.
They say, we're on this app.
I give you the secret signal. No.
I'd love to be a fly in that group, dog.
The Billy Club.
Yeah, the Billy Club.
The Billy Club. Yeah, Billy's. Yeah.
Listen, man. So you just come out.
I wish there was.
Yeah. You just come out of a podcast world tour. I've never heard of that, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been touring the world. Why don't you drop a gig guide, man, of all the podcasts you're going to be on for the next few months? Because you've been on them, man, over the world.
Not all of them. It's like a bit of a head-to-head against Ernst Roots. You got Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro.
Who's that? Ernst Roots, who's that?
The guy got humiliated by Dan Corder, and he hates Dan Corder. Remember on
you hate Dan
Piers
Corder?
Morgan.
I got invited to be on that show.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Piers Morgan invited me.
Yeah.
He said, please come on my show. And I was all excited. I know Piers. I like him. I said, yeah, I'd love to. My wife said, you are not appearing on Piers Morgan. I went, why not? She said, you're just going to be clickbait. He doesn't interview. He sets you up. So you'll have 2 guys over here and 2 guys or girls over here. And then he doesn't let you speak enough and he winds you up and you get into a fight and you embarrass yourself.
Yeah, he plays to the algorithm.
Yeah, all he's playing to the algorithm. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
So I could play you the message I sent him.
What did you say?
I sent it. Does it on video?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, type in Piers Morgan. I'll
Jeez,
tell you.
you and Morgan are peers.
AI can't do that.
Even I can't do that. That was beautiful. Okay, here's my message to Piers Morgan.
Yes. So who's the guy? Who's the guy that was on Piers?
Ernest Roots, the guy who left
he the
Afriforum.
Afriforum guy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Still
Oh, that
is,
guy's a
but
dick,
left
man.
with the glasses. Yeah,
He's a dick, man.
I'm in London this week for the ARC conference. Listen, Trump has turned. No, that's not it. Okay, I know. Where's it gone?
Oh, you can't
He
find
might have
it.
deleted it, but I'll find it for you.
Yeah, we'll put it in post.
Yes.
We'll put
I
it in
basically
post.
said, Piers, I'd love to be on your show, and I will if I'm one-on-one.
Ah,
I'm not going to be clickbait.
yeah.
You know?
What was his
He
response?
didn't respond.
Okay.
He's probably blocked me.
Yeah. So how did that come?
Entered
But I
Gareth
think-
Cliff, yeah?
I said Gareth's probably the right guy. I contacted him, gave him to Piers, and he and Ernst Roots versus the idiot 3 beanie guy and some.
Dan
I
Corder.
like
We
Dan
love
Corder,
Dan
man.
Corder,
What's
man.
wrong with Dan
It
Corder,
makes so
bro?
much sense.
Yeah, I like that piece. He did a recent piece about
About radio and
radio.
how-
yeah,
you work
beautiful. You must watch that. I agree with some of
Yeah.
the things you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I've
What's
barely.
wrong with Dan Corder, bro? He's such a sweet
I'm
guy.
saying it, I like winding things up. Okay, I like.
Like,
Dan
what did he?
Corder.
What did he do to you?
No, I've never listened to his stuff, so I'm just making it up. No, you know, it's called snot clap love.
Okay.
If you don't know someone, or if you meet someone, and the best way is to insult them, be rude to them, and clap them, like I've just done with Corder.
Yeah.
And then they either say, "Oh, you're an ass," and they don't talk to you, in which case you don't have to waste the time.
Yeah.
Or they go, "This guy's crazy. I like him."
Yeah.
And then they welcome you in, and then you know you're gonna. You just cut out the sort of getting on, flirting,
bullshit, yeah.
and you get straight to.
I
So
get it.
when I arrived in Cape Town,
No, it's fine. It's fine, Tato. He's got to chill his
when I
punches,
arrived in
okay.
Cape Town, 2017, I'd been away from South Africa 31 years, and I came to Cape Town, and then I had these friends that I'd been at university with, you know, like some of them nice, some boring old friends who'd done nothing.
Yeah.
And then I got introduced to the Cape Town scene. And I went to a couple of dinner parties and I thought, this is boring as shit. These people are talking about stuff that they don't know. They haven't traveled, and I'm getting irritated. So I created this thing called a demon grenade. Did I mention this to you last time?
No.
So a demon grenade is when you say something so outrageous, so out of context, that people either get absolutely insulted and pissed off and never speak to you again, or they go, this is a crazy cat. I like him.
Yeah.
And then you don't waste time. It clears out the closet. And
Instant filter, yeah.
but I don't get invited to many dinner parties. That's the problem.
So how did the firstly, before we get to why you went on the World Podcast Tour, how's it like? How's the podcasting game in the US, man? Because that's like the mecca.
It is the Mecca.
Yeah,
it is the Mecca. I mean, the big guys.
Yeah.
Rogan.
Yes, which you're going to be on soon, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Send a shout out for us.
They are
Joe Rogan.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I fluked it a bit because I was at this ARC conference in February, and all the people that I really admire were there. You know, all the conservative, capitalist, libertarian types.
Yeah.
And 4,000 people, 2.5 days. No one left the room once. You know, in conferences, people were walking in and out.
Yeah.
You were glued to this. And you can go on and have a look. ARC, the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship, ARC conference. Listen to some of the speeches. And interestingly, a lot of the philosophers are ex-stand-up comedians. Do you notice that?
Wow.
So Andrew Schultz, Konstantin Kissen, all were comedians, stand-up comedians. And so I thought, I want to meet these guys. So I was kind of waiting, and as they came down from the stage, I'd zoom outside, like try and dive tackle them. Say, I'm Rob Hersov, I want to come on your show. And they'd go like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
But Dave Rubin was sitting in the Sky News Australia box, and I walked up to him. He was sitting down, and I went, "You're Dave Rubin?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "I'm Rob Hersov. I'm going to come on your show." And I sat down in the chair next to him. He was like, and he said, "Well, what are we going to talk about?" I said, "South Africa, it's really important." And there's that one moment when, you know, they either diss you or they go, okay. And he looked to his guy, Phoenix Glenn. He said, "Phoenix, okay, let's get Rob on our show."
Wow.
And no one else, Konstantin Kissen met me, didn't put me on his show. And he delayed it Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Eventually, I thought he's not going to do it. 5:30, everyone had left the conference. They called me up. I go up into his studio, sit down, wire me up, and we spoke for 10 minutes.
Wow.
3 weeks later, hadn't released the show. And I was like, "Phoenix, what's going on?" He said, "No, it's coming out. It's coming out." And then they released it. Went to 1.4 million viewers. And Elon Musk re-exed it or tweeted it. 75 million people. And that put me on the map. And then I just sent that to PBT and everyone. I said,
PBD,
and then PBD and Charlie Kirk.
But what's the industry like in America? Like the infrastructure,
It's
the
super
studios?
organized.
Like, is it like
They've
this?
got a big team. No, like here. It's not that different from here. Walking in the street. It's,
Wow.
I mean, studios are similar. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some are funkier. But the team is all there, like you guys are.
Yeah.
You know, and they're friendly. Like it's the same. Walk in here, it's the same friendly, let's go atmosphere. But it's, you know, the PB, Patrick Bet David studio is like, I showed you a video.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you seen it?
big.
No.
It's a
For real.
Bro, you can land his plane
show
in
you.
the studio.
Shit.
It's on the airport runway. He's got a gate where he actually, and he's got these big supercars and trucks, and everyone's having fun.
And we have the same numbers. We don't even have
and they're
a car.
cool guys. and I tell you,
a runaway.
you know,
Not even a runway.
I did a few of them virtual. It's not the same.
Yeah, obviously.
You know,
obviously.
being in the studio, it's I mean, virtual doesn't work.
And have you seen, like, in SA, like, people don't take the podcasting industry
No.
seriously?
They do. It's coming.
Is it
Podcast.
coming?
Well, look, you guys are the leaders. You are number one. I think the biggest in Africa.
Yeah.
And you deserve it. I mean, you're the coolest show. You know, it's not hardcore politics, but you get it in. It's not hardcore anything.
Yeah.
It's get to know the person and it's fun.
Yeah. But there, it's like a serious business.
That's serious. And they have booking agents and they have it's like time, next, boom, bang, boom.
Whoa.
You know, they are programmed.
Yeah.
But, you know, the minute you you saw the video of me walking in with PBD. He came up and he said, I've heard all about Katie.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I saw, yes.
I actually walked in, shook his hand and said, okay, we're going to film this again. I'm going to use my video.
Yeah.
And I gave him a quick brief on my wife and I said, okay, ready? Because she's going to love it. And then I walked in and said, good to meet you. And he came up and he said, then he asked me that question. He said, you must have a rough time, your wife being an All Black fan and you being a Springbok fan. I said, yeah, every weekend there's makeup sex.
And the Springboks always win.
Somebody wins. Well, but not when I married her. When I married her, it was bloody Richie McCaw and Dan Carter kicking her asses. But it's the podcast industry is big. You know, Daily Wire, which is Ben Shapiro.
Used to be Candace Owens.
Used to be Candace Owens. Yeah. That's $100 million business. It's a $100 million business. It's 10 years old. I mean, that's seriously valuable. And, you know, there's no reason, if you had some international plans, there's no reason you can't be that getting to those numbers. You're a media business. You're a media entertainment business with a big brand and huge following, and you need to be monetizing. You're going to make a lot of money over the next few years. Podcasting's coming of its own.
Let's get to the shits, man, because I watched that PBD podcast. Did you watch it, Sol? And I wasn't impressed with some of the stuff you were saying, man.
What did I say?
You were spreading some misinformation there, bro.
Oh, well, I
Tackle
was
me.
some of that terrorists and
I'm
Shanghai rapists.
I'm not gonna praise you. Which one? This is one.
Hey, I'm an entertainer. No.
I wanted to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, wait, hold on.
Nelson Mandela.
Hold on. I want to go through some of the things. We'll go line by item. So here's the first thing that you did, right? Characterization of Black South Africans. You referred to Black South Africans as barbaric.
Not true.
You also described the historical Zulu king Shaka as a rapist who threw people off cliffs. Your answer.
Second bit's true.
Okay. Where did that come from?
History books. So, should we talk about Shaka first?
Yeah.
So, Shaka was an incredible warlord, incredibly successful military man, and didn't take prisoners. He created a huge consolidation of tribes, but he also expelled lots of tribes up north that disappeared, got killed. He was, I mean, how do you describe murder in war? You know, is it murder or is it war? He was a warlord, and he didn't mess around. He killed his enemies. He threw them off cliffs.
Characteristics of a good leader.
Bring that back.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. The rapist bit might have been a bit of an extension, but I mean, there were articles that I've read where he took in concubines and things like that against their will. Is it rape? No. Is it, you know, what is it? Okay, so I step back on that. Okay. Do you want to get on to Mandela?
We're going to get to Mandela. What do you think about what he said?
No, I think it's fine, but you you isolate and mention Shaka only, but any leader that has built a nation, consolidated and taken over countries and people that has invaded people's territory generally are murderers.
Particularly in those days.
That's the only way. So to highlight him only makes it feel like, he's the only leader who did that. No, and many people did, even the whites who came to South
Vikings.
Africa. Everybody, from Vikings,
we were pussycats.
the world over.
We were pussycats.
Nah, never.
I'm kidding.
Never. Come on, you guys massacred. They massacred people the world over. So I think it's a bit unfair to just only say Shaga. Then it becomes almost like.
I think all I was trying to do and all they were trying to get out of me is, the black tribes aren't all loving pussycats of old. It's not just the white guys that are the bad guys. And that's the truth of history. There have been very wonderful colored Indian, black and white people in this country, and very unpleasant ones of all nations.
True.
And, it's for 30 years, the ANC has had a moral superiority, okay, to basically do whatever it likes, okay? And a lot of the podcasters, the non-white podcasters, let's put it that way, I hate using that expression, but you know what I mean, have also had the ability to say what you like because no one's pushed back. I'm the pushback. I want to just bring a bit of balance to the story, and that's all I'm doing.
So you read a lot of history books, right? How would you say the white people that came here were able to conquer the country? Like, what do you think happened?
It was organization and technology. So, when the settlers arrived, and not the black settlers from the north, the white settlers from the sea, I'm making a point here. We're all settlers.
Yeah.
They had ships, they had muskets, they had modern weaponry technology. They were well organized, and they had a structural organization, cultural, that the local tribes didn't have. They were also either running away from something, the Huguenots escaping persecution in Europe, or they were out to conquer new lands or conquer economically. Rhodes was a colonialist, 100%, hardcore. He wanted to conquer Cape to Cairo. I have an outside loo at home, by the way. I sit there outside and on the throne, my toilet, and look at Cape to Cairo. But I'm not Rhodes. I'm a colonialist.
Rich problems.
Rich problems. An outdoor loo. No, but poor people have outdoor loos too. So I'm being with the people.
No, but I want to understand,
So when they came, they were, in the Cape, they didn't meet any of the Bantu tribes. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So they didn't meet the Xhosa or the Zulu. They met Khoi Bushmen, who were basically, less civilized. And this is where that word barbaric came in. I said, when these people landed, the people they met didn't have the written word, had barely discovered the wheel, didn't have electricity, didn't have gunpowder. They must have thought them barbaric and very uncivilized. And look through their eyes. What would you have thought? Everyone running around with assegais, stick fighting, and no written word. You wouldn't think that these guys are civilized. You wouldn't. You'd say, these are not, they're barbaric. And that's where that came from, out of context once again. And it's very easy. I'm sure you've been taken out of context.
Yeah,
definitely,
all the time.
I haven't very often. This is one of the times. And I do step back a bit on the Shaka comments. That was more for, just to highlight the fact that
Shock value,
exactly.
Yeah.
Shocker value.
But
And
I want to know.
I love your peers. No, not as good as your peers. That's world class.
But I want to understand because till this day, we're still feeling the effects of what happened in our history.
Everyone does. Every country.
You understand what I'm saying? So what was it about? Like, it seems like Penduka, they were playing a long game. You know what I mean? The white people that came here. Because even till this day, white people are the ones that enjoy this country the most economically and so forth. So it seems to me like, I think so. Don't you think so?
Economically, that's still.
Guys.
And that's a contributor of a lot of things.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing is wrong with it. It's an observation that he's making.
Yeah, so I'm trying to say, like, what did they get right?
Defensive.
No. I'm trying to understand.
What's wrong with it is that not everybody's enjoying it as much as you guys are.
We can. This is the problem.
That's what's wrong.
The ANC has let you down. Big time. 30 years in power, and everyone's still talking about the whites still control too much of the economy. That's bullshit. If I'd been running this country, give me 100 days to run this country, I promise you we'll have 3 to 5% economic growth. The ANC has let this country down like you can't imagine. They are a disaster. Anyone still voting for them, speak with me, is a moron. They're disaster. Look at Joburg, it's falling apart.
Yo,
And it's so fixable. You got to bring Helen Gogo in. Helen in.
Yeah, I don't know we've had
to
it.
fix
Yeah.
Joburg.
We'll get into ANC a little bit
Sorry,
later
I
on.
get wound up.
I wanted to find
Don't
out,
call me
like,
comrade.
I feel like, no, I feel like, I don't know if it was a secret
It's not a long
society.
game. No, let me give you, I know where you're getting to.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at AfriForum.
Okay.
Okay, look at Orania. Okay, what have those Afrikaners, forget about us Anglos, what have those Afrikaners done that no one else in South Africa has done?
Unity.
Unity, organization, commitment, and they work together for the better. Do you know they're launching a new university? Tell me one university the ANC's done in 30 years. Tell me one university the ANC's launched in 30 years, and the Afrikaners are doing a new one. What is wrong with the ANC?
So it wasn't like a
stupid.
bunch of white people got together and said, this is how we run the country for the next 10 years.
Remember, they fought each other in 2 Boer Wars. They hated each other. The Afrikaners and the Anglos hated each other. In 1948, when the Afrikaners took power, they instituted their view of separateness, the definition of apartheid. That was their view. The Anglos had been in charge. That probably wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have gone in that direction. And it went in that direction. And the Afrikaners gave no benefits to the Anglos, to us non-Afrikaners. We got no benefits from them. We got no benefits from the ANC either. We're like the Coloureds, the Coloureds didn't get any special deals under the Nat government, and they don't get any in the ANC.
But you guys were running the show before
show?
the National Party took over.
Yeah.
Yes,
You guys were
correct.
getting all the benefits, and they weren't. They were
But we created the benefits.
oppressed almost.
Yeah, but we created the benefits. The ANC has created no benefits. They've just stolen. Tell me that.
I'm not going to defend the ANC.
No, I know
They're
you
not
won't. I
defendable.
know, but you'd agree with me. But
Not defendable.
if you look at what the Nats created when they were in power, Afrikaners, I'm not an Afrikaner. They created universities, health care, roads, rail. I mean, yes, they spent way more on white kids than black kids, which has been the biggest damage done to this country.
Till today, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's hurt us.
But
big
they
time.
still built unbelievable institutions, infrastructure. In 1994, South Africa had more rail network than the whole of Africa put together. And today, what's the ANC done? We have a broken railway network.
Train wreck.
It's a disgrace what the ANC was given in 94 and what they have destroyed over 30 years. It's a disgrace. Now, why? Look at Orania. I went there. Orania's 3,000 people. It's tiny. But the ANC hate it. You know why they hate it? Because 3,000 Afrikaners is created in one tiny little, it's not where I'd want to live, tiny little place not far from Kimberley. Something the ANC hasn't done for the country in 30 years. The small group of Afrikaners. Why? Because they protect their language, they protect their cultural identity, they protect their religion, they work together. Where's that in South Africa? Anglos haven't done that, other than in business.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
If I was a black guy, I'd be embarrassed by the ANC. I really would be. Disgusted, actually.
Let's move on to the next one. Farm attacks and farm murders.
That's right. I
You
checked
claimed
the stats this morning.
All
So I
right.
got them online.
You claimed South Africa was afflicted by 2 farm attacks per day and 2 farmer murders per week, further alleging that farmers were 3 times more likely to be murdered than police officers.
These stats are correct.
So you were basically saying what Trump was saying.
I think I said it more accurately.
Okay.
So,
Where do you get that from?
So I was in AfriForum this morning. I drove out to Pretoria, and Ernst Roots wrote the book Kill the Boer, and I met the guy 4 hours ago who compiles all the statistics on farm murders. And I said to him, I'm going to be on MacG this afternoon. They're going to ask me about these stats. Please confirm that my numbers are correct. Over 5 years, there are, on average, 1 farm attack a day, 1 farm murder a week, and of the murders, 20% involved rape, torture, and non-economic crimes. And he said, over a 5-year period, that's correct. He said, sometimes you can go 2 weeks without anything happening. But if you take that as an average over 5 years, those numbers are correct. You are 3 times more likely to be murdered as a farmer than a policeman. Correct. and you are twice as likely to be murdered as a policeman than an average civilian.
Where do you get those numbers
Correct.
from?
The government doesn't like keeping those stats because they don't want, it's an embarrassment for them. AfriForum and a whole lot of other organizations have kept them. I'll send them to you. Have a look at Ernst Ruth's book, Kill the Boer. They're all in there.
According to the
accurate.
government, these are the official figures.
According to the government.
They indicate that during the 2022-2023 period, 111 police officers were killed, in contrast to 49 alleged farm murderers cited by groups like AfriForum. In the last quarter of 2024, of the 12 farm murderers, only one victim was white, according to the official.
Okay, so I never mentioned the split between black and white.
Yeah.
A lot of the farm murders and attacks are on black farmers. Okay, so I never said that there's all white farmers, never once. That's a misinterpretation
But
by
it
people
insinuates, though, you're
Eh?
talking about. I'm saying it will insinuate that you're talking about the whites.
I know, and no, I have said on Epoch Times and other ones, I said there farmers of all colors get attacked. I mean, Nicholas Niati, who's head of the DA Youth League, the reason I met him was because I was doing a podcast a few years ago on farm attacks, and somebody said, talk to Nicholas. His uncle got killed yesterday, and I met him before he joined the DA, and I met him. And so I've been, Diane Kohler-Barnard, AfriForum, Nicholas and others. I get these stats and I look at them. They're very accurate, but true. A lot of the farmers that get attacked and murdered are black farmers. And here's another number. 63% of the farms are small holdings. They are farms, but they're small holdings. 36% are larger farms. So, it's not just big white farms being attacked and murdered. It's not. It's of all races. And I think it's important, you're right, it's important to clarify that.
And you see, when you say that, that takes me to my next question, because when you only zone in or you zoom into a small part of the stats, then it'll sound like we do have a farm murder problem. But if you look at how many people, for example, are murdered in their own homes, then you may find there's maybe 2 or more per day. And if I mention that, then it's going to sound like we've got a residential killing problem.
We do.
If you look at how many people are murdered on the roads when you're on the freeway, when your vehicle gets spiked and you get murdered and your wife gets raped, then I'm telling you, it happens maybe to 5 people a week. Then it sounds like we've got a dangerous roads problem.
We do.
So we've got a dangerous country problem.
Yes, we do.
So why the focus on the farms, though,
Because
not the entire stats of the country? Because we all suffer from criminality.
We do. And that's no excuse, by the way. That's an absolute indictment on the ANC, the Minister of Police and all those criminals.
True.
That criminal, Becky Telly, he was chief of police. He didn't give a damn. When the riots happened in KZN and spread to Gauteng,
Let's go back to
the police and the army did nothing. So let me get to your point. We have a really horrific, the murder capital, the cities, the worst murder rates in the world, in the top 5, 3 South African cities.
Cape Town.
Not funny enough, Cape Town's dropped out of the top 10 recently.
Oh,
It's dropped out of the top 10. Go and have a
the
look.
Cape Flats.
Even with the Cape
let's
Flats.
fact check the word.
Have fact checked that. Alan Windy told me on Saturday at the rugby. He said, we've dropped out of the top 10.
check that first?
Yeah,
So
one
cities with the
episode
highest
we
murder
need.
rates in the world. I think it's Joburg, Durban, and Pietermaritzburg, or Joburg, Durban, something like that.
Yeah.
But Cape Town's not top 10 anymore. Those Cape Flats guys are cooling down.
But you
Maybe
still
summer,
haven't
I don't
answered. You still haven't answered Saul's question.
Yeah, why the focus on farm
Because farmers
victims
are-
and not all of us as victims?
No, because we are all victims. The crime's out of control. But farmers are disproportionately murdered as a percentage. There are 30,000 commercial farmers in South Africa. Okay, there were 90,000, only 30,000 now. So if you take 30,000 commercial farmers and our broad population of, let's call it 60 million, and you do those numbers over those bases, you'll see it's still 3-4 times more likely to be killed as a farmer.
But that's
No,
just
it is.
stats. Look, if we've got 2 Chinese out of 10 people,
And one
and
gets
then
killed.
one gets killed,
Then we have a Chinese murder rate.
50% of Chinese have been murdered.
They've been murdered.
So Rob, it's like it's pure stats.
So it's stats.
Generally, and I'm
how
not,
else,
and I'm
how
not-
else are you going to analyze it?
And I'm not playing off like, the murdering of people, because these are humans and these are people's families. But we have a serious problem. Of course, the numbers are going to be disproportionate.
here's the real issue.
Just like why there's a more chance of a police officer getting killed
'cause they're in
than an
action.
average South African, because they're in action against who? Violent criminals.
So let's
and there's only 200,000.
You're making a
of
good
them.
point here. Let me follow through on this. Why are farmers being attacked? Okay. One, they are isolated,
Vulnerable.
Yeah,
vulnerable.
Yeah,
yeah.
vulnerable.
And 2, EFF and hate speech, kill the Boer, attacks spike after those incidences of your buddy, Julius, I'm kidding, of Julius, who's getting very skinny, by the way. Why? Why is he getting so skinny? Julius Malema and his hate speech crowd, farm attacks spike after the kill the Boer.
No, I mean, I think we've put that
Didn't
to
the
bed.
court,
Kill the Boer
well, when it went to court, didn't the court say that there hasn't been proof
You
of
know why?
a spike in
You
the
know
actual
why?
farm murders when he
Our
sings the song?
judiciary is compromised. 60% of our judges work for the ANC. I'm telling you right now, if not more. So judgments like hate speech, if kill the Boer, kill the farmer, one settler, one bullet isn't hate speech, what is? Tell me what it is. It's hard to answer that.
Yeah, but that's been put to bed, man.
No, it has been put to bed only because our court is compromised by the ANC and they made that ruling happen. That's hate speech. Our justice,
But to
there are a
Saul's
lot of-
point, didn't see a spike. There was no spike.
There is a spike. There's a spike. Get Ernst Roots on here. Get on Roots on your show to talk about that specific issue. But do you want to bang on about it? I'm happy to bang on about it. Or you can get onto the Mandela now.
All right, cool. Let's get on to Mandela. So you said Mandela was a terrorist.
He was.
Asserting that Mandela was convicted fairly in a court of law
He was.
and thus deserved that label because he had founded the ANC's armed wing, Umkhonto weSizwe, even stating if women and children are killed in it, so be it. Yeah.
Correct. So, and then they just chopped that out, my comment saying I called him a terrorist.
Yeah.
He ended life as a saint. That's the bit they didn't write in that very biased Iqbal Serve nonsense article. He ended life as a saint. He spent 27 years in jail, and he made a decision when he came out. The only way to make this country work is compassion, unity, working together, and merit. And look at the results, the stats. From 1994 to about 2008, the country grew 3 to 5% a year. We added 300, 400, 500,000 jobs a year under him and Mbeki. And then Zuma and Ramaphosa destroyed everything. So he was convicted fairly in trial as a terrorist. Okay? He was. He went to jail as a terrorist. And all the international organizations, human rights organizations, that challenge these sort of things didn't even bother challenging it because it was absolutely fair, that trial and that result. So he was convicted as a terrorist. He came out as a saint.
You're saying all those who approved of the trial? The international.
The international. There are international organizations that overlook all the things in the world, all the trials that go on. You know, the ones in China that are fake trials and things, and they anoint them as a fake trial, as a fair trial, and then they often pursue the Western countries anyway. They pursue them in higher courts internationally to say that's an unfair trial. This person's been unjustly imprisoned or unjustly executed or whatever. So none of them fought against the conviction of Nelson Mandela, who went to jail as a terrorist.
But I mean, doesn't it make those organizations complicit because they approved of apartheid? That was their first problem because they almost give it credibility if they're gonna approve the results of a trial under a foul system like apartheid. No. It's like saying that the courts of apartheid were fair courts, but they were operating under an unjust, unfair, criminal administration.
Under the laws of South Africa, at the time, he was convicted of setting up an armed wing, blowing up petrol police stations. And that's terrorism. And he went to jail as a terrorist. So I don't know why, I don't know what you're...
Okay. No, what I'm trying to say is you can't say even international communities and organizations approved of it. Yeah. Because those were the same guys who approved of apartheid. So we can't use them as a moral compass. No, we can't use those organizations as some level of morality.
The Swedes,
when they were
funding the ANC, didn't even contest it. The Swedes, who were the biggest backers of the ANC, didn't even contest it. So they weren't complicit. There were lots of supporters of the ANC, financial, moral, cultural, whatever. And none of them fought against that conviction. So he was caught and convicted as a terrorist.
I'm okay with that because
Yeah.
Mandela did take up arms. The ANC had been talking, engaging with the government,
Correct.
peaceful talks,
Correct.
and they
Got nowhere.
and they were met with violence.
Thank
And
you.
they got nowhere.
And murdering and disappearance.
Guys,
I mean, they would fetch guys in Ghana, in Zimbabwe.
No, I agree.
So what I'm
But
saying
why are
is,
you arguing against this?
No.
'Cause-
What I'm arguing against is let's not use these international organizations as some
justification.
champions of morality when they were approving of apartheid to begin with.
But then, do you agree with me?
Yeah, Mandela did commit a crime, definitely.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Well, then done.
Because he
And-
did bomb.
But
he
what
did
we're talking
take
about,
up arms. I agree with
right.
that.
So we
yeah.
agree with it.
Yeah.
And do we agree that he returned as a good person, as a saint? That's all I was saying. The article took the first bit.
Now, would you not say, with what you're saying, as I'm hearing you speak, would you not say you are a modern terrorist? In terms of, here's a
I
government
might
that
accept that, but tell me why.
here's a government that you don't subscribe to.
Correct.
That you are against.
Correct.
The same way Mandela was against apartheid in the government at that time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you might have not bombed.
I'm not killing people, blowing up things, taking up arms.
Yeah.
No.
So don't you think you share the same ideology, perhaps?
As Mandela.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in the same. I'd like to be shoulder to shoulder with him. I like where we're going. I can see
but you get what I'm saying,
Nobel
so-
Prize.
I sort of.
You sort of.
But not fully.
Not fully either, no.
Because he hasn't
But I like
harmed
where you're
anyone.
going.
No,
In-
apart
in
from the
seeking
harming, but
justice.
the ideology. The ideology.
Fighting against the system.
Fighting
or
against
the,
the system.
government.
Yes.
And the
power,
government, which is
the
what
powers that
Rob
be.
is all about.
true.
We are a democracy.
Yeah.
And bizarrely, in a country like this, we do have free speech.
Yes.
Which is incredible.
Yes.
So when people ask
Trust me, we practice it every week.
No,
Yeah.
you do.
We're the beneficiaries of the free speech. You know,
Don't
we
get
use that, we
regulated.
use it up. Free speech is tired when we're done recording. It's like, damn, give me a break.
Yeah. Do you know? We're revolutionaries. Yeah. The revolution will be televised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, I get it.
Maybe I'm not articulating
No,
it
but you
properly.
make me feel proud. I'm the resistance. But I'm
So
trying
in
to
as much as what you think
but
of
I'm
him.
trying to do the right thing for all South Africans.
So that's what he was trying. That's what I'm saying. In as much as
Rob.
You know why I disagree
Tell
with
me
that?
why you disagree.
You know why?
I
You know why?
disagree.
Because when you go out there, you don't paint the picture of
Thank you.
everybody being a victim of murder. You
Yes.
highlight one sector
Because I
you
get
know
asked-
that the world won't care.
Because I
You
get
know-
asked those questions.
You know what it's like, Rob? It's like when there's
Because Donald Trump highlighted farm murders. He highlighted that issue, and that's what the international people are going, what the hell is going on?
but there was a hidden agenda.
I can go, the hidden agenda was
Elon Musk.
Cyril, you are useless.
No, it was Starlink.
No, it's not. You guys, that's conspiracy theory. Do you wear little silver hats and worry about this? I mean, come on. No, that's nonsense. There's no hidden agenda.
But Rob-
Starlink's not hidden agenda. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. We're the ones who should give a damn about Starlink.
But then why is it that after that whole play of white genocide, all of a sudden Starlink is allowed in the country?
And then that was
not.
a
Have you got
conversation as
Starlink?
well.
No, but they
Have you
in
got
talks.
Starlink?
No.
it's not happening.
Some people have, but illegally. But no, not legally.
Yeah, they
it's
get
not
VPNs
legal.
through
Yeah,
Mozambique.
VPNs.
By the way, do you think?
They've got to extend it every month. They've got to go.
By the way, do you think there's a white genocide in SA?
No.
Okay.
But wait. Do you think there's genocide in Gaza?
In Gaza, yes.
There isn't. If Israel wanted to genocide Gaza, they'd do it in one day. This is where you are wrong. But let me give you the definition of let me give you the definition of genocide. If you look at the United Nations definition of genocide, there are 10 elements: classification, organization, persecution, denial, extermination. 10 features. I've got it on here if you want it. If you look at those 10, South Africa is about 7 of them. We have racial classification, we have organization, we have persecution against whites. And do we have extermination? No, we don't. So is there extermination? There is not extermination, genocide. But there are 7 other elements of genocide being put in place. So you ask me a question, is there extermination? There is not. Is there genocide? Elements of genocide are being put in place. Will they light the ovens? Highly unlikely, because they won't have any electricity and they'll have stolen the diesel.
All right, let me go to the next one. Armed self-defense. You, when asked whether he feared for his own safety, you responded, "If anyone would come for me, I have a gun. I will shoot back."
Like Ian Cameron did. He got attacked and he had a gun. And he saved the day. Good for him. He's our new Rambo.
You saw that,
It
right?
happened in
The
Cape
DA in
Town.
peace. Him, Godsal, and
No,
another
is that
lady.
recent?
Yeah. They got attacked in
Last week.
Philippi.
Yeah.
In a car, but
Intact.
in shots, and they managed to
Yeah.
to flee.
And
And he had a gun.
They caught to them. They caught
So
to them.
what happened?
Oh,
So
wow.
people broke into his house.
So Ian Cameron,
The car.
Ian,
The car.
They were driving.
Ian Cameron and two of the DA MPs, police related, were in Philippi Police Training Center, checking for cockroaches and things, doing what they should do. And they're on their way back to the airport, and this car, they got trapped in traffic, and this car came. 3 guys jumped out. This big rocks smashing in the window. They smashed the one guy, Nick, on the head. He had to go to hospital. And Ian Cameron fought back and kicked their butts.
Could have happened.
So do you think it was a hit?
Who knows? That I really don't know.
in that part of Cape Town, bro?
Could be any-
Most likely not.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they were
you've heard
pretty
this.
stupid robbers because, people in a car in traffic. I mean, what are you going to get away with?
Yeah. How are you going to get away with the car? That's what I'm asking.
don't know.
Opportunistics.
My instinct is opportunistic, exactly. My instinct.
Okay, labeling, your favorite topic. The ANC evil. You describe the ANC as an evil organization aligned with the ideology of the National Democratic Revolution.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I
Wanna
got asked a
expand on
question
that?
by the State Department.
Yeah.
Is the ANC incompetent, like stupid, or malevolent, evil? I thought, what a good question. They're definitely incompetent. If you look at the Madalas that are running this country, none of them had a proper education. They're all educated like Soviet Russia. What are you going to learn? Call each other comrade. None of them have run a business. Gwede Matashe says, I worked for Anglo, our family come for 7 years. Well, our family didn't teach him very much. He's thick as 2 planks. And these are very stupid people, okay? Underneath them, coming up in the ANC, are intelligent, educated people.
Got you.
And you've got to get rid of these Madalas. What are you doing voting these idiots back in who have destroyed the country? Okay? So evil, partly. The ideologues are evil. The people that follow Soviet and Iran kind of ideology are the evil ones. The Islamists that have conquered Durko. Those are bad people. But the rest of them are just stupid.
And some numbers
And
have
the
come out.
cadres that have been placed are dumb. In every position of power or a budget, they've put stupid loyalist people who have no idea what they're doing. And that's the result why you have no electricity, sewage in the streets, and water not
I
working.
had no water today, man.
Stupid people.
For real.
Thank
And
you,
you're in the
ANC.
suburbs, bro.
Yeah, no water.
So listen to these numbers that just came
On the
out.
taps.
Yeah.
This is numbers that just came out. It's from Martin_Nell_99. He's verified, so I'm guessing this is it's reliable.
Credible, yeah.
Credible. He says ANC support crashes below 30%. New polling shows a systematic shift ahead of 2026. Nationally, ANC has gone down to 29%, DA 28%, MKP 11%. Metros, Joburg DA 40%, ANC 23%, Action SA 12%, MKP, and then he goes on to Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, eThekwini, Cape Town, which is pretty much DA leading everywhere there. And then he wraps it up by saying South Africans are abandoning the party that delivered only load shedding, broken infrastructure, rampant unemployment, and relentless corruption.
So I'd say that is 100% correct. And it's taken 30 years for people to realize that the DA isn't going to reintroduce apartheid, okay, is not a white-only party, but they can fix water, sewage, electricity, and on the ground. So I think the municipal elections are going to be a huge swing away from the ANC. Huge swing. And I think those polls, Gayton says polls are for strippers. But he said, polls change. And I think that's very accurate. And where I think South Africa is heading, here's an interesting thing. And Professor Nordia, Professor Nell, I'm going to get this wrong, came out with a very incredible description. He said, South Africa is heading in a direction where the areas of desperation, despair, a desert of desperation and despair, areas that are just dying and finished, and oases of organization operating excellence. So there will be metros, villages, towns, mining areas that will have water, electricity, be well run, well organized, teach people, educate, healthcare, and then be areas that are absolutely just falling apart. South Africa's going to be a mishmash of all of them. And the future of South Africa is decentralization. Under apartheid, all the decisions were made in Pretoria. And look what happened there. Under the ANC, all the decisions made in Pretoria. Look what's happened. It's a disaster. We've got to get decisions pushed down. And if you take Oranje as an example, just have an open mind. Imagine if you had Oranjes in the Eastern Cape, in Mpumalanga, little areas of communities that work together and handle their own decisions. Why shouldn't KZN run its own railways? Why shouldn't KZN run its own police force? Why not?
Problem is, if you have a little Oranje, then I can't move into it.
No, you'd have a 130 kilogram Oranje.
Hey, wait a Jose. You were waiting to drop that. You've been waiting.
That's 2 for 2.
You've been waiting.
Okay, you 2-0
No, man, but what I'm trying to say is, it sounds like you're advocating for
decentralization.
For decentralization and separateness, though, in a way, because Oranje is I know they say they exist due to trying to preserve their culture, etc. And that's not what South Africa is about. We're about integration, and we're about on paper, and we're meant to be about that. But I mean, there's still people.
But you can integrate. Look,
not into Oranje, man. And you want us to have little pockets of Oranjes around the country. So you want to keep the Zulus there, the Xhosas there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, Rob? I'm saying that if you have a community, it doesn't have to be race-based. You're thinking race all the time.
Well, you mentioned Oranje. They're thinking race. If Oranje is your bastion and your championship of a great-looking
I went
society.
to Oranje and I said, what happens if an Afrikaans-speaking coloured family that practiced Christianity wanted to move here? They said they'd be very welcome. The only 2 conditions, you don't have to be white to be in Oranje. You have to be a Christian and you have to speak Afrikaans. Bang. I wouldn't want to live there. I don't think you would either.
Is there a majority of coloured people there? Because a lot of coloured people speak Afrikaans and are Christians.
And they're very welcome to go there. They're invited, they're accepted if they want to. I don't think there are any.
Rob. That
no, but hang on. Why are you thinking like that? They have a happy, successful little community. What's wrong with that? Do you know how I went there? Princess Bells Mabantla from the Eastern Cape. I was on a conversation with her. She mentioned, I went to Oranje. I went, you went to Oranje? That's cool. Why did you go there? She said, because our tribe want to learn how to be self-sufficient. Bang. So you could have a little Eastern Cape black tribal Oranje. That's what I'm saying, if they want to. And the community doesn't have to be based on race. It should be based on culture, language, religion. Those are stronger, more relevant features.
Quick one, Rob. Which country has done this beautifully, decentralized the government, and they're flourishing right now?
Spain. So look at Spain's quite an interesting model. You have the Basques, who just like fighting and just want to be independent, and you have Catalonia, which is Barcelona. They have a different language, almost different everything, and they want us to see.
They're fighting for independence.
Correct. Alberta and Canada is wanting. So what Spain has is in the areas that aren't self-sufficient, aren't well organized, struggle. Central, Madrid makes all the decisions. But for areas like Catalonia and the Basque country, they run everything themselves. They're still part of Spain. So South Africa can head in that direction. Why don't the Zulus say, we want to be more independent in the KZN? You hear about Cape exit.
So you do support the idea for Cape exit?
No, I support the idea in South Africa of decentralizing power. So if Mpumalanga thinks it can run its own railways, run its own railways. Keep more of the budget there.
But there's already kind of like a campaign for Cape Town to just isolate itself. So
not a campaign. There's Cape Exit, which is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's a pipe dream.
Okay.
But the whole idea, the piece between where we are today and KZN exit or Cape exit, there's a middle ground, which is decentralization. Why shouldn't the Cape run its own railways? They'll run them a lot better than Transnet. People will get to work, get to school. Why not? Why not let Cape have its own metro police? Why not? It doesn't hurt. Then we'll let them worry about the budget. Let KZN worry about the budget. Pretoria make the right
decisions. But isn't that the point of municipal...
No, but the municipalities still have to...
etc.
Yeah, but they still have to obey everything that SAPs, Transnet. They don't have the... Look at our ports. We used to have the best ports in the world. We're ranked the worst in the world, thanks to the ANC. The worst ports, our airports are falling apart. Everything's falling apart. So why not let the people that know how to run these things run them? the local communities. I mean, it makes sense for all of us.
Or just get a better government to run the country nationally.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, no, but this is because hey, man, breaking things down. Because I think we run a huge risk of what's happening in the SADC region, for example, where all the other economies around are collapsing, and then you've got now people flocking to South Africa. So people, for example, flock to a Western Cape or a Gauteng when all the other administrations, collapse. I think we'll face a huge risk.
We don't have
that.
a border. We don't have a border. Therefore, we don't have a country. So you're complaining because the ANC has failed us. They've destroyed the army, destroyed the police, destroyed our borders. People just walk across. I mean, how many Malawians, Zambians, Zimbabweans, and Congolese are in this country? And Somalians. I mean, it's 10 million.
I want to go to the last thing.
And European criminals that are hiding out in Sandhurst.
Correct. Bulgarians.
And Bulgarians and Ukrainians.
Islamists.
Up in Bedford View. Yeah. It's messy, man.
It's messy. So we need to reestablish our borders, make our army useful. Make our army useful. Yeah. And my view on illegal foreigners is they shouldn't be here. Illegal foreigners. Okay, everyone's like, oh, I'm a Hamba. But it's wrong. Trump was right. Build a wall. Can't just people flowing across your borders. 100%.
Last one. You claimed that Iran was funding the ANC, which, in his view, was why the ANC had filed a case against Israel. You also alleged that the ANC knew about the Hamas attack on Israel before it happened, suggesting that if proven legal action should be taken not only against the ANC but also against President Cyril Ramaphosa.
100%. Yeah. So watch what's coming out. Okay. I mean, I can just say allegedly.
So it's not a conspiracy thing.
No.
Okay.
Just read what MTN's being sued right now. MTN. Okay. The stock price is down 10%.
Jeez.
Because MTN has a license in Iran.
Okay.
And guess who was chairman of MTN when all the nonsense happened? Cyril Ramaphosa, chairman of MTN. Okay. Cyril was chairman of MTN. Go look, check on
Isn't he the McDonald's guy?
No, we didn't.
Isn't he the McDonald's guy? Yeah, he was given McDonald's. He's created nothing. He's never built a business.
Gee,
pathetic.
They gave him MTN now.
He was chairman.
Oh, was.
Before being president.
He was chairman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is going to get nailed. The Americans are coming after him. They're suing him, suing MTN, and there are bills going through in America that will put sanctions on individuals in South Africa. Putting the tariffs aside, it's quite damaging to all of us. There's this SDN sanctions Congressman Ronnie Jackson bill that is going to go through Congress, go through Senate, and it's got bipartisan support, Democrats and Republicans.
Are these the sanctions towards ANC leaders?
Yes.
Members, yeah.
Yeah.
Like which guys?
I'll just name them. Cyril, Gwede, Becky, Naledi Pandor. I mean, it's just read the Zonda Commission.
So they're targeting them.
They're targeting them. And you know what they do? Asset freeze, travel bans. Julius won't be able to go to Ibiza anymore.
Julius is in there as well.
Of course he is. Hate speech, criminality. Just read the Zonda Commission. All the people mentioned in there.
Your thoughts, Penduko, on that?
And
I'm okay. Don't sanction the country. We saw what sanctions
I agree.
on the country do.
Correct.
You saw what
Hurts
sanction did in Zimbabwe, bro. You know what I mean?
agree with you.
Hurt everyone. So
Pick on the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
I'm okay with the sanctions, bro.
That is
honestly.
crazy. That is.
But
I've
you know
never
what?
heard of that.
Let me tell you something people don't realize. You can't travel on an airline affiliated with the West. You can't travel to any place affiliated with America in the West. You can't use American companies for anything. If you wire money from South Africa to Germany, to your daughter in Germany, for example, and it goes through an intermediary bank that's linked to America, the money's frozen.
Which makes sense, bro, because these African leaders all become billionaires and then they go and die in a Norwegian fucking hospital because the local hospitals don't work. Yeah. They all do that, don't they? So it's good if the sanctions against them with ill-gotten wealth.
You guys should apply for the McDonald's franchises because Saul's going to lose them. That's a good business. That's a growth business.
Yeah. Didn't I see recently Julius Malema couldn't enter London or something?
Yeah, he was a speaker and then he didn't get a visa.
He didn't get a visa.
But they say it was bank holidays, timing. But we know why they didn't give him a visa. They were saying, bank holidays, etc.
And Naledi Pandor has got a British passport.
Oh, a British
She's
passport.
got a British passport, yeah.
And an accent to
And
go
an
with
And an
it.
accent to go with it, yeah. She speaks beautifully. Very
does.
honeyed English.
Sticking on to the ANC, General Mkhwanyazi.
Yeah.
Did
He
you
went
hear
to
his-
Iran.
Did you see his
Announcement.
announcements?
June 6th.
And
Was it June 6th?
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like
Wow,
yesterday.
that's
man.
a bombshell, huh?
July 6th, yeah?
So he was exposing
huge,
corruption,
huge,
that
huge,
politicians are involved. What was your take on that when you saw that?
There's a huge factional fight going on within the police, okay? The police have fallen apart. So the factions are fighting for control of the police. And that's what's happening. It's more of a internal factional fight than a play for power at the government level.
Are you for General Mkhwanyazi and what he stands for, or
Listen,
do you think he's a puppet as well?
No, I don't think he's a puppet. I think he's one of the factions and he has had enough and he wanted to play his cards of corruption against the minister. So it's just infighting. The ANC is falling apart and they're going to start eating each other. Because, they've got 3 more years of stealing this country blind. They are a kleptocratic, thieving organization, okay? 100 families have stolen R1 trillion from you, me, and you. And who are they? Cyril, Gwede, Patrice, Moss.
Whoa, even Patrice.
Patrice.
Right, 100 families have stolen.
Patrice Motsepe.
He's been a huge beneficiary of BE. Huge.
But you said stolen.
By the way, he's not going
You
to
said
run
stolen.
for president.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be head of FIFA.
Yeah, that's
And
his.
I think he'd actually be a very good head of FIFA. It'd be great to have a
because
South
that's the
African-
biggest
Wouldn't
position.
you rather run FIFA than run South Africa? Come on, Patrice, you got my vote. You got my vote.
So the politicians that General Mkhwanyazi were talking about, who do you think the corrupt ones? It's the people you mentioned.
Just name them all. I mean, the Minister of Police.
Okay, let's start with Fikile Mbalula. What do you think of Fikile Mbalula? What are your takes on it?
I think he's quite stupid. Have you heard him being interviewed? He's got half a brain. Okay, that's him. He's dumb.
Do you think
He's
he's
a
our next?
populist. He's popular. You'd love to have dinner with him. He's a fun guy to hang out with.
Razzmatazz.
He's a razzmatazz.
Do you think he's our next
very
president?
America.
No.
Who do you
The
think?
ANC doesn't have a natural leader. I mean, Cyril is not a leader, and they don't have anyone. Paul Mashatile is just gangster 2.0.
Well, yeah. What's your take on Paul Mashatile?
Gangster 2.0. And Fikile is dumb, and Gwede is, a communist. I mean, you've got to be very stupid to be a communist in this day and age. Who else is there? I heard Cyril's got his eye on one of 2 women, but I haven't found out who they are yet.
Beyicele?
But he's not
Oh,
legal.
come on.
Come on.
You just heard him. He spoke about Baked earlier
He needs to be, that Madala needs to be, he's retired already.
Yeah.
He needs to be sent to some island somewhere.
So you did mention that there are guys under ANC.
Yes, young
under
people.
the young people. Who are the guys that you're talking about?
I
that you-
honestly don't know.
Okay.
If you look at the DG level, those are often the people you should watch. They're quite smart.
What's the DG
Deputy
level?
General.
Oh, okay.
The DG, the guy that does all the work. The ministers swan around in their blue light brigades and cars.
Yeah.
The guys that actually do the work are the deputy ministers or the DGs,
Yeah.
director generals. Some smart guys there and gals.
By the way, what's your take on what's this guy's name, man? Gaten McKenzie, because you're very close with him.
G-Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, you got shit.
MacG,
Huh?
G-Mac. They're like,
Ah.
I like
Oh, you call him G-Mac.
G-Mac. G-Mac. You guys are like,
Because I know you guys
I like
were very
Gaten.
close before you
We are.
became a minister, and you were really pushing
we're
for
still
him.
very good friends. He
Yeah.
invited me to the presidential box to watch the rugby on Saturday.
Wow.
He said, wear a jacket.
Yeah.
That was the instruction.
So what part did you play for him to become a minister?
None, zero. I don't have any, I'm not influential politically.
Yeah.
I don't pull any strings. I haven't captured anyone. I don't control anyone.
Does your family donate to any
No,
parties?
Dad was turned 99 last week. He's lost complete interest in what's going on.
Yeah.
He's 99.
Wow, that's
my darling.
incredible.
Not even the DA. Because you seem to favor them. You don't even.
Who would I vote for? I would vote for a party that was made up of, ready? Run by the DA, with Gaten McKenzie as number 1 or number 2, with Corné Mulder, with IFP, so DA, Patriotic Alliance, IFP, FF+, and then throw in a bit of Musi, and you're off to the races. That party,
You really trust Gaten.
that party, let me finish it, and the remnants of the ANC. In 2029, the ANC is as good as dead. You will have that little piece of the ANC that is the good ANC. They'll have to emerge because we haven't seen them for 30 years. But the good ANC would be a Judeo-Christian, pro-West, capitalist, rule of law, property rights believers in the ANC. And they're there. They're good people. And let's say the ANC is at 30% today. Let's just roughly. 10% of the 30, so a third of that, are actually good people. And if you bring them in with the DA, PA, FF+, IFP, you've got the party that will take this country to the future. That's our future.
That sounds like the GNU.
Well, take out the bad of the ANC and the crazy Islamist Al Jazeera crowd. There's some wackos in there. And don't have it run by the ANC. You've got to have it run by a Gayton or a Velcasino.
My jury's out on Gayton, man. Because he came on the pod once and then he got elected. Everyone wants to come back since.
Did you get him elected?
No.
Came on the pod and he got elected.
What are your feelings around him? I mean, obviously becoming Minister of Sports, and then suddenly his family buys a team on the National League.
So what?
Well, you don't find that?
He had announced
It's
it.
like
He didn't
I
hide
become
it.
Minister of Finance, and then my son goes out there
Listen,
and acquires a bank or opens up a bank.
If his football team wins every game, I'm going to get really suspicious. But if they keep losing, who cares? Is that a big deal? His family,
Well,
his son's allowed to do that. Why can't he?
Yeah, okay, but my thing is, why wait till you become the minister? Because they've been.
But his son
Bloemfontein hasn't had a team in a very long time before he became Minister of Sports. So it was, to me, it was like alarm bells going off when, he becomes Minister of Sports. His family's in sports.
I mean, but is that really a big deal? I mean, Gayton, to me, he made a speech. Actually, this is the brilliant speech. It was somewhere in George before a municipal election, and the DA and the ANC were speaking. And Gayton said, hang on, I'm also my patriotic alliance. I want to speak. And they both said to him, you always hog the mic. You always talk for too long. He said, okay, I'll talk for less than 1 minute, but I want to go last. Okay. So the DA spoke, the ANC spoke, yak, 20 minutes each. Gayton's turn, hands the mic, 1 minute. He stands up and goes, under the National Party, you people in this room didn't do very well. And under the ANC, you didn't do very well either. Isn't it time for a coloured man? And he stood down. Maybe it is time for a coloured man.
You don't mention John Steenhuisen. Why not?
Because I think he's a good guy. He's trying his best. He's not the right, in my view, not the right leader of the DA.
Is it because of education?
Huh?
Is it because of his education?
No, I mean, he didn't go to university. And he's
got a matric.
He's got a matric, but that doesn't mean anything these days. By the way, advice for listeners, you do not need university education anymore. You certainly don't need an MBA.
The of ANC have no education.
No, but they had a Soviet education, which means they're super stupid. So where were we? Hang on, we're on to something good. We're on to something good. What we want?
Gayton McKenzie.
Gayton McKenzie.
Yes.
Gayton believes in God, stands with Israel, believes in the rule of law, believes illegal foreigners need to leave the country, believes in property rights, believes in capitalism. He's the centrist person we need for this country.
What happened to when he started? He was bringing out files. Remember with the COVID thing and whatever? And he said he's got more files.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I didn't follow that up, but I remember
because he said it was going to expose more people.
You mean in the music entertainment side?
In general, like
everyone.
all the fuckery that was happening.
So he quietly has removed a lot of the cadres, removed a ton of corruption from sports, arts, and culture, and he's just got the job done properly.
He removed corruption.
By the way, a lot of people are doing a very good job quietly. Let me tell you a quick story about Eskom. Have you noticed Eskom is I mean, we do get load shedding, but it's much better than it used to be. Why? Two people, Mteto Nyati, Dan Marakane. Mteto is a businessman who took the job on a non-political basis for his country to fix Eskom. And Dan Marakane was an engineer in Eskom that got promoted to CEO. They've done such an incredible job fixing the operating transmission production side of Eskom. Eskom is much better. The balance sheet, financial side is a disaster still, but they've done an unbelievable job. And they didn't mention they fired 125 ANC cadres. Do you know why they didn't announce it? Not to embarrass the government, just to get on with the job. Gayton's done the same thing, as has the DA. I went to a wine farm where the DA had all their ministers and deputy ministers. Each person had 10 minutes to present what they've done. It was in May, so what they'd done in 12 months. It was unbelievably impressive, what they've done in short. Look at Leon Schreiber and Home Affairs. You know, the guy who ran it before. What's his name? Aaron Mozzoledi. What a clown. 40,000 visa applications sitting on his desk. Leon Schreiber cleared that in 4 months. So they're very good people in this country. Teto Nyati, Dan Marikana, Leo Schreiber. We need to get them running the country. Let's get the country fixed.
What was your take on... sorry, Saul.
So Gayton's one of those people.
What was your take on him going against the Open Chats podcast? Did you follow that story?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing's overblown, but from all sides. I think, firstly, why pick on open cast? Just let it go. Naughty boys don't.
Open cast.
You know, then they. What's it called? Who are these people? I don't watch television.
I don't.
I don't.
And you're not the target
I don't
market.
watch Three Beanies. I don't watch TV. I watch you guys.
Yeah.
I'm a podcast man.
Yes.
So I think it's all overblown. It's like handbags at dawn. Forget it. Then they go back 200 years and say Ronaldo said this and you, Gayton, said that. I mean, move on, guys. Aren't there bigger issues? I think so.
Exactly.
When you were mentioning why Gayton is the right guy, you said he also stands with Israel. And earlier on, you had mentioned that it's not a genocide happening, but you said a lot of the requirements for a genocide, you know, inhumane things are happening. So why is it so important to stand with Israel?
Israel got invaded.
If so many of these boxes are getting ticked?
Hamas is a terrorist organization. Everyone accepted that. Israel got invaded, raped, murdered, tortured in front of their families. You see what nasty people those are.
And what has Israel done?
They spent billions of dollars, instead of education and health, building tunnels underneath schools, underneath hospitals. And you support Hamas?
I'm not
These are
supporting Hamas,
nasty.
man.
They need to be wiped off the face of the earth, Hamas. Israel has every right to do what it's done. Every right. End of story. Let's talk about something else.
So you see, it's almost like saying Mandela had every right to do what he did because the South African government was bombing, killing school kids.
Guys, are we back on this subject?
No, but I'm saying it's a double standard.
There's not
that
a
I'm
double
picking
standard.
up.
Israel is a nation state, got invaded. If we got invaded by Lesotho, okay, and they took whatever the capital equivalent is, 5,000, we'd have every right to flatten Lesotho until they gave back our hostages. What's the difference? So you can't relate it to an internal organization fighting against an evil apartheid situation. Did he have every right to do what he did? He did. He took the risk and he got jailed as a terrorist. Fair's fair. Good for him. He gave it a crack, you know.
By the way, have you been following the Jeffrey Epstein case?
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, no, he is dead.
He's dead.
Allegedly.
Is there a list?
That's true.
I don't really
Allegedly.
care. I mean, I'm not that.
Never know.
Okay, so
It's not as, I know Ghislaine Maxwell. I met her 50 times.
Oh, yes, you told us.
Because I lived in
you
yeah.
did last time,
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, are there Jeffrey Epsteins in SA?
Which island would they take people to? I've never been invited.
Oh, there was a book
There's an
written once.
island, yeah,
There's a
outside
book
of-
about boys. You mentioned
What
it, Mac.
book?
Did I?
You wrote a didn't you? Yeah, but there's an
forgot.
island and
I
the
might have
boys.
forgot,
There's an
And
island
there was a
by-
minister, an apartheid
By
minister,
Eastern
a
Cape.
deputy minister.
Why didn't you get invited?
I never get invited because they know I'll talk about it on the podcast.
Ah, wait, no, really, no.
You remember the Boys of the Island or Silent
Yes.
Boys of the Island? There was a book in an island, and the deputy minister of apartheid,
So,
deputy minister was
don't you think
involved.
That island is just outside of Eastern Cape.
Yes, it's
it?
thrown through. Yeah.
So don't you know of someone who's going around filming ministers having sex and shit, orgies and all this
Or
stuff?
somebody throwing parties,
Yeah.
inviting,
Yeah.
all the big boys.
Yeah.
So I've never been invited. So what's wrong with me?
No, but do you know
No.
that it's happening?
No.
Do you think it's
That-
happening though?
No, absolutely no idea.
Bro, it must be.
Wouldn't we hear
Rob
about it?
wouldn't snitch, man.
Yeah, it
It
wouldn't.
was happening. Let's be honest.
Hey, listen,
bro.
I'd look a lot tighter than this. Don't you think?
No, but for me, it could make sense that there is something like that happening because what ends up happening is that
Maybe we're just all too boring. Maybe our politicians just stealing and hiding the money and doing nothing.
no,
else.
but the way they move, it seems like they have something on each other.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
Yes,
100%
true.
right.
Yeah.
You know, Cyril with sheep, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or buffalo.
Boys of the Island, yeah.
Boys of the Island. That's the
The
book.
Lost Boys of Bird Island.
Yeah,
Lost
the Lost
Boys.
Boys of Bird Island. That's
Sounds
the
like,
book.
Sounds like a terrible island to go to because I've never heard of it.
Jeez, and it's
Yeah,
boys.
it's young boys. What do you think the money that they found in that couch in Pala? Like, as a billionaire, do you have any intel of
What way was
like
that?
what was it exactly for? Where was it from?
I reckon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Iran. I think it's
Whoa,
I think
whoa, Iran!
Cyril definitely knows what's going on with Iran. He, Naledi, they all know suitcases of money. And why not? Cyril, here's your share, Pala. I mean, why not? Makes sense. But I reckon the Americans know way more than they're letting out.
About
All of this, about the money from Iran to the ANC, about Cyril's Pala. The Americans have the budget for their security is, you know, you think Israel and Mossad know what they're doing. America's 50 times bigger. Yeah,
But then why aren't they acting? Especially when it's their currency.
they've got a
It means
lot of
it's a
other
jurisdiction
other things to think about.
Oh, yeah.
It's
True,
not,
true.
Fair enough.
you know, we South Africans think we're so important
Yes,
that everyone cares about what's going on in this country. Firstly, no one cares, no one knows. Africa's got 55 countries. South Africa's the same size as Louisiana.
Yeah.
Americans don't even know what's going on. They heard about Nelson Mandela and apartheid, and
that's
maybe
it.
heard of the Springboks. That's it. Until we went on the podcast tour, and Americans were like, "Oh my God, is that what's going on in your country?"
Yeah.
They still don't know.
I wanted
But
to
we
ask,
should get you guys on American podcasts.
would love that.
Oh yeah,
Because-
definitely.
You know, they
And when I
ask you
tell
a
them the truth,
question-
unlike you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
You guys, let me just tell you, you guys, okay, are so sensitive because for 30 years you've been able to say anything without someone telling you you're wrong for once.
Yeah,
And
but
here I am, baby.
Nah, but we would never go and say why people don't bath.
We wouldn't throw you guys under the bus.
We don't sometimes.
Yeah, we wouldn't throw you guys under the bus. You know, with misinformation, we wouldn't.
Guys, they asked me a question, told the facts. I didn't embellish.
No,
End of
God.
story.
I wanted to ask you. You've been mentioning Iran, South Africa, USA. I haven't been following that. What's the connection? What's going on
Spending
there?
more time on the Epstein case.
Yeah, that fascinates me. But what's going on there, man? Like, what's the connection? I don't understand. Why is Cyril in bed with Iran?
What's the play?
Because they're paying him. Because they're paying the ANC. The ANC are prostitutes. They're there to steal and take money. That's it. As simple as that. They break so they can steal. Why break a turbine at Eskom? Why? By putting in faulty coal. Why break it? So you can import diesel and make a lot of money. Why break the railways? Huh? So your lorry company and your taxi company can make all the money. You break so you can steal. It's absolutely an ANC policy. If you have a working democracy and a working economy, it's hard to steal. But if you break shit, you can steal. And that's what they did.
So you're saying Iran doesn't give a fuck about us
Iran-
or the ANC? They just went around looking
correct.
for who can
Bingo.
be their proxy.
Exactly. And the ANC bend over, pull their pants down, take the money.
Jeez, man.
That's 100%.
And what's Iran
Before
gaining?
they get a voice piece on their side. They get a country to sue Israel through the ICJ. We're a proxy. Did you see my recent cartoon? Oh my God.
You got to send us a lot of
so
stuff.
Oh, by Zap.
I have a buddy called Dave Dubell, right? Does the best cartoons. And I send him ideas, he draws the cartoon. So just have a look. I'll show you. And I basically said to him, Uncle Sam with a mallet in his hand and a you know, whack-a-mole, you know the game? And Iran whack-a-proxy game with 4 little heads, 3 of them with their heads spinning, having been whacked. Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and one last one, ANC, with his head out, and Uncle Sam going, now it's your turn. Because the ANC is an Iran proxy. Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah, ANC. And they're going to get smacked by the America very, very soon. It's coming.
In
Won't be
close,
you, won't be me, won't be you. It'll be the bad boys. And
in close, Rob Breezy, business-wise, where we at? What's up? What's coming up? Any exciting stuff that you're working on?
Yeah.
Are we making money? Are you going to give us some money?
Yes, I am. So I was playing golf with a buddy of mine, Nick French. And I said, you know, Nick, everyone pitching me deals, trying to get me to invest in stuff. You know, we've been buddies a long time. You've never told me what you're really working on. or any opportunities? He said, well, actually, it is an opportunity. He said, myself and George Lesaba, a buddy of his, have won a license, a betting exchange license. First time ever in South Africa. I'll tell you what I mean by that. And we are going to launch BetMatch, which is the first ever betting exchange in South Africa. And I said, well, that's interesting. I'd like to put some money behind that. And he said, okay. So I've invested in BetMatch. We launched in November, the first ever betting exchange. So, you know, Hollywood Bets and, and Wombat Bet and everything. They all have one model. They want you to lose money because they make money if you lose, okay? BetMatch wants you to win because they make money if you win. It's a whole different thing. In normal betting and gaming and gambling, there's the book, the tote, the casino, the bookkeeper, and they give you the odds.
By the way, these are your thoughts because Hollywood Bets pays our bills. So
do they?
Yeah. These are just your thoughts. Just to put it out, the disclaimer.
I'm not telling you anymore. I'm not telling you anymore. Do they?
Yeah,
they advertise.
They advertise with us.
Yeah.
Well, they'll give you
support
another
us.
advertiser.
Yeah, but
so in all gambling companies, there's the house, the bookie, the casino, the tote that give the odds, and you take the odds or don't. In a betting exchange, you say the Springboks are going to lose by 10 points, and you go, that's nonsense. I'll take the bet. It's peer-to-peer betting, and the betting exchange makes money from the winning bet. Big difference. Okay, you also cannot make the bet or take the bet or lay the bet unless your money is in your bank account. So what happens is the social grant, which goes to 28 million people, 30% of that money goes into gambling. I mean, it's horrible. It's just depressing. With a betting exchange, you have to have the money in the bank account before you can make the bet. So it's much more legitimate, and it's more profitable than all these betting companies. So hopefully it's going to be a big success. Hopefully it'll be your big new sponsor.
Yeah. Have you seen the betting
and that's a big new area that's
industry, bro? Hey, those guys are making money.
I saw it
bro.
many years ago,
Every single day there's a new betting company coming up.
And if the ones that exist are opening branches. People are just losing. Sorry, Rob.
People just lose. We want them to be
Well,
winners.
that's how they grow. You said that's the model, right?
So that's one big project. The other one is I'm working closely with Eskom.
Yes.
With Stafford Marzi. You should get him on the show. It's a genius. He got me into Bitcoin, so I'm eternally grateful to Saint Stafford.
By the way, he buys Bitcoin in dollars.
Whoa.
We buy in rands.
It still goes up, it's the same. You're still going to make money. And we're working on a Bitcoin mining project with Eskom, which will really help Eskom, help South Africa, and hopefully we'll do very well. So that's my two big projects.
And they're not against that because they hate anything innovative.
No. This they're very for because they have electricity that they make no money out of.
Oh, I get you.
And we're using only that electricity that they're making no money out of.
Before you go, I wanted to ask you, man, what makes you happy? Because every time I see you, always speak so passionately about business ideas that you are doing and projects that you're currently busy with. But what's your what feeds your soul? What feeds your soul? Is it
people,
you've gone
people.
You've gone past making money?
Yeah. I think it's people. There's an age thing as well. Okay, it's not just the money thing; it's an age thing. You get to 64, 65. And some things become completely unimportant. So I used to have lots of friends. I was very social. Now I just upset people so I can get rid of some of the friends. Wow. Piss people off. Say things on podcasts and this guy won't talk to me. This company won't talk to me. He won't take my calls.
Yeah.
And then you can boil it down to just a few extraordinary people. And what makes me happy are little things, help. I do a random act of kindness every day. RAK, R-A-K. And it's not something that I tell people about, and it's not something I put my name in lights. So I'm at Engen, I'm buying my petrol and some sweets. And there are 4 people behind me with their milk and their bread. Okay? And I just say, I'll pay for all of this.
Whoa!
And I don't say who I am, and I just pay the bills and go. Or I'm driving.
Are you going to the gas station after this?
Now follow me.
There's going to be a convoy.
But it's only bread and milk.
Asking for full tank.
But you only get bread and milk, okay?
Full tank.
Or I'm driving through Bishop's Court, the rain's coming, and there's a go-go with a little kid, they've got all their bags and they're walking up the hill. Bang, I call my wife, I go, I'm going to be home late. Pick them up, where are you going? And drive them wherever they're going.
Wow.
And I do one every day.
Where's the furthest you've had to go?
Hey?
Where's the furthest you have to go? Like which township?
Well,
did you
I did get told Kailicha, and I said, "Can I drop you at Weinberg and give you money for the taxi?"
I thought as much.
Yeah, I mean, no, but I gave her money for the taxi.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds hectic, but that's dope, man. Penduka, any last
So that
question?
makes me happy, and moments like this, and laughing, and happy days, and a hug, and little it's little stuff.
It's little stuff,
Yeah.
né? It's things that money can't buy.
Things that money can't buy.
I liked last one you mentioned health. Health, I'm starting to realize health is very big.
So I'm back in the gym. I don't know. You haven't noticed. You didn't
How's
say
those
anything.
How's those
How's that treating you?
So I did. My wife put me on Ozempic.
For real, you're on Ozempic?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I'm on the sister one, Mounjaro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all
But I'm
semi-glutides.
telling you what, I still, it's not even an injection. It's a pen.
Yeah.
I'm still too scared. So I have to like as my wife does it. She says, "Stop being such a baby," But it's
And
quite
how many
funny.
Ks have you lost?
10.
Oh, okay.
Went from 98 to 83.
Whoa!
And then I looked like people have said, Rob's definitely got something wrong with him. And then I like put on a bit. I'm at 88 now. But you've got to watch out because you lose muscle mass.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the
So
problem.
now I'm back in the gym lifting.
Why did you take me? You look good, bro.
You want to look gooder.
You wouldn't-
You get about 64 years old. But most people do not admit to something like this.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's coward.
There's this podcaster, have a look, called Awaken with JP.
I haven't seen that.
God, he's
Awaken
funny.
with JP.
Have you seen it? He's got long red hair and he's buff and he's humorous.
Yeah.
And I follow his podcast. He's hilarious. He's got 4 million followers.
Wow.
And he said, "I've been meaning to tell you, but for 5 years I've been taking testosterone and nobody admits to it. And here's why it's so good." No, but he admitted to it. Most people don't. I admit, I'm on Mounjaro. Okay? Look at me, baby. Look at me. Before, after.
Wrong.
I do love you.
I know. Hey, funny guy.
I won't get invited back.
Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Penduka, yes. Any last question?
Yeah. What were your thoughts, man, about the Oval Office meeting? So, firstly, Trump, demanded for some golf players, his favorites. So, and I feel like that was such
Staged.
kind of weird.
humiliation. It was
It's kinda
humiliation. It's humiliation to call a whole head of a country, but tell him, "Hey, bring some."
I agree.
Some of my golf buddies for me to meet them. And then secondly,
I don't know. I think Trump asked for them to be there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was humiliating to. I mean, you're gonna talk to another adult, two leaders of two different countries, sovereign country. Yet
Do you
you're
know why
almost
he did
saying,
it?
"I'm not gonna hear you out
No,
unless."
no. You know why he did it?
Okay, I'm gonna go on. I've got another
He didn't
question.
trust what the others are going to say. He wanted those two.
Oh, I see. Now,
That's it.
what about the presence of Rupert? And also, it really looked like state capture. If
Didn't it?
if
I agree.
if a non-elected
What was
private
he doing there?
citizen, talking
I
about
agree.
our policing and what our policing needs. That we need Starlink. That really looked like state capture.
agree.
Because if it was a Gupta in there, Rob.
Correct.
Oh,
I don't know why he was there. I don't think he should have been there. And it didn't look right. Did not look right at all. I agree.
He didn't tell you guys in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
No, he didn't talk.
then he's going.
He's not speaking.
It's like,
in-
boys, watch this, boys.
No,
I'm going to teach that boy a lesson.
he's not speaking
Get
to me.
Starlink here.
Why?
He says I'm too political.
Okay. But so is
I don't think
But
that's-
so he was in the
He was in the
Oval Office.
Oval
That's the most
Exactly.
political you can get.
How bigger does it get?
Like, yeah.
Good point. Okay.
Wow. Maybe
Maybe
you're
I'm
not,
not
for
political
him,
enough.
For him.
Yeah.
And his-
maybe I won't speak to him because he's too political.
But
So
yeah,
the truth
so
is that- Yeah,
so-
sorry.
No,
what
I
are your
agree.
thoughts?
I agree. It looked wrong. The whole thing looked wrong. And and Cyril was an embarrassment. I mean, when he was asked, Donald Trump could have attacked him directly, didn't. Instead said, "Why do you allow this EFF hate speech, blah, 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 whatever you believe. Why you allowed this to happen in your country?" He didn't attack Cyril. He kind of said, why aren't you doing something about this? And Cyril had every opportunity to say, "I know, we're going to do something about it. It's wrong," or whatever his answer was. Instead, he moved from cheek to cheek like a stupid schoolgirl, like going, I mean, Cyril was a global embarrassment. The whole thing was a farce. I mean,
What would you have
somebody
done
said why I should have been invited. If I'd been invited, I probably would have been standing next to Musk saying, "Cyril, out." because he is ruining this country. He's hopeless. So,
Will there always be state capture? Because it seems like every time there's an administration, there'll always be the guys getting the big contracts. And it's always due to proximity to the big man.
You know, I've attacked corporates for not saying anything against the government. Okay? They're silent to the extreme. And there's somebody who said there's a great expression. Corporate South Africa's never met a government they couldn't work with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pause.
So,
Pause.
That answers my question. Yeah.
So here we go.
So we gotta get in corporate, baby.
Yeah, there'll always be.
Guys coming out of left field.
Ghost lady, last question. He's gotta go. Where are you going now?
Lady.
You going to another dinner? You always
I'm
getting
going to the
invited
Green and Gold pub
Yeah.
to meet an Indian buddy of mine, and he's got all the Indian worms and uncles who want to meet me.
What are these people? Oh, yeah, you got money. Yeah, okay.
No, they like me. I'm fun to do. And I drink my chillers.
Are you good? No, thank you so much, man.
Thanks,
Rob,
Rob.
yourself, thank you so much for coming through, man.
I love you, brother.
Next
I
time-
love what you guys are doing. No wonder you're the best.
Ne?
No wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. man.
Who's the guest you want that you haven't got that you'd love to have, other than Elon Musk, because he's impossible to get? Eh?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Who would you like? Who's like the...
I'd really like Cyril.
Okay.
I'd really like
He doesn't do interviews.
He doesn't, bro. He
And
doesn't.
he wouldn't be able to do an hour. And he's not funny. You want someone
Rupert, man. Oh, but you guys don't talk. But Johan Rupert. Johan Rupert would be great. Yeah.
Or even where we approached Christo,
Christo
he
Visa?
said no.
Christoph, he said,
Christo
he
was,
said no.
He was almost... No.
Should have given them a better pep
Christo
talk.
is...
Pep
Send him a
talk
pallet. Send him a pallet. Send him a pallet. Send him a pallet.
Christo,
Yes, Christo would be great. He's sense of humor. He's spiritual. He's kind. He's
Yes.
nice. But you know, he took a pounding
with
for
the
Steinhoff thing.
Steinhoff,
And
oh
he-
yeah.
and he's I don't blame him.
He's checked out.
sensitive. Yeah. So a business person.
Yeah, a business person.
yeah.
Like a Johan Rupert.
Billy.
One
A
of the,
Billy.
Patrice,
yeah, a
we
Billy.
love a Patrice.
Yeah, Patrice would be good.
Oppenheimer.
Patrice.
No, Patrice was coming.
Nicky Oppenheimer. Which
I
Oppenheimer?
think he's quite old now.
Nicky
Oh,
has raised the
he's-
old.
But the son is running
A
the...
Billy. You want a Billy?
Yeah.
Let's get some Billies.
From Stellenbosch.
They're
Yeah.
very quiet, those guys. I don't
Billy.
think
Yeah,
they'll come,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
They don't
Let's
want
see.
that kind
Yeah,
of...
but good idea.
It was so fascinating when I was watching the Steinhoff thing, how the Techie Town started. They started with 20,000 rands, bro.
Yeah, they took a hit as well there.
Oh, they took a hit.
yeah,
did.
Techie Town was
Along the way.
invested big time in
Big time.
Steinhoff.
Oh, shit. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
dog,
yes.
shit, bro.
So guys, AI. We came up with 3 businesses on this show. Somebody's probably launched them already. AI,
the show.
your business,
Yeah.
socialization idea. I think it's a great idea. by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for AI school
So
kids.
you
yeah.
go do your homeschooling AI,
Homeschooling
and then
AI,
you do that. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Rob Hersov, thank you so much,
Shout
man.
out, Rob.
So Joe Rogan, it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, you and me, baby.
Let's go. I'll be your Cyril, you can be my Rupert.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be like,
Love you guys.
We are here, man. Podcast and chill.
Bye.
If you've made it this far, we really appreciate you guys. Make sure you support by subscribing, liking, sharing, and don't forget to comment. Kezo.